Welcome, folks. We are here live at Esau Lathan Stadium. I'm your host, Blake Schneiders, alongside Jeff Matthews. We are here for a Division 7 5A showdown between the Kenwood Knights and the Northwest Vikings. Jeff, what can you tell us about these two teams tonight?
Well, Blake, I'm really excited to be here tonight. I'm really excited to see these two teams face against each other. Both teams are pretty evenly matched. Both teams are coming in 1-3 with the records. For the Northwest side, I have quarterback Hunter Silverstrom. I'm really excited to see how he plays tonight. He has 364 passing yards with 4 TDs, as well as 72 rushing yards. I think that's amazing for a quarterback this early in the season. As well as they also have running back Nathan Luna. Luna has 165 yards, and in those 165 yards, he has 2 touchdowns. So I'm really excited to see how Kenwood's defense goes up against this two-headed giant.
Yeah, like you said, two-headed giant there in the backfield. Looking at the Kenwood Knights, their offensive powerhouse will be Dante Mayberry, a 5'11", 180-pound junior. What can you tell us about Dante?
Dante's a very powerful running back. I'm excited to see how he plays tonight. He's going to definitely run down this field, and he's going to follow those lead blockers that are out there ahead of him, and he's going to focus on getting those positive yards.
Yes, positive yards, always a big component of each game, especially in a game like this where both teams are so evenly matched. Like you said, they are 1-3, looking and struggling for a next win. The next win could propel the rest of the season. So, I don't know if I've mentioned yet, but it is homecoming tonight here at Northwest Stadium. So you could say the advantage is to the Northwest side. I know that once it is homecoming, everybody's a little bit more on edge. Everybody's very excited. It's a lot more meaningful if you can get that W in your pocket for that Saturday dance.
Absolutely, and even the crowd enjoys it a little bit more. It makes the home court advantage a lot better. You have just all these fans here, all the students come out and they come and watch all their friends and they watch the football game. It makes going into this weekend a lot more fun if you get that W.
Exactly, and fun is what we're all about. The teams are down there for the coin toss. It looks like they're done. Did not catch who's receiving the ball first, but it looks as if we will have that here in a moment. The band is on the field ready to play loud and proud. The people are in the stands, and it's going to be a good game tonight, Jeff.
Absolutely, I'm excited.
Very excited here. Kenwood has a brand new coach this year. Excuse me, sorry, Coach Gilliard. Previously a coach with Sheffield and Austin East, coached there for a few years, got his first, or not his first head coaching job, but is now the head coach of the Kenwood Knights. So we're excited to see how he's going to push his season forward. So far he is 1-3. Not the start he would have wanted, but as a new coach of a new program, you know, you're going to have a couple chinks in the chain at first.
I'm excited to see where this program goes after this season. With this new coach coming in, you know, this season it might just be a learning season for this team, and then after this they might just propel. And so I'm excited to see where it goes. Very
excited. Well, we're getting set here for kickoff. The homecoming festivities are coming to an end as the Northwest Vikings are about to run out of their end zone here and make the fans go wild. Beautiful night here. About 72 degrees, a little humid, but not too bad on this September night. Great night for football, isn't it, Jeff?
It is. It's a wonderful night. This atmosphere is always great. Friday night football is always fun to be at.
Under the lights, in front of all your friends and family. You know, you practice all week to get into a game like this, and when it's finally here, you know, there's almost nothing like playing underneath the lights in the dark.
It's true. I played a lot. I played football before, and I played on Friday nights, and I tell you what, it's always been something I've loved.
Something special about nighttime games. You know, Absolutely. You can play many games during the day, but when those lights come on, it's almost, you know, almost every little kid's dream and high school player's dream to feel like they're playing in the NFL. Big time Monday night game. So the lights just add such a big component to this game. These kids are excited. Here comes the Northwest Vikings right now storming the field. They look prepped and ready to go. This is going to be a great matchup.
Personnel is going
getting set to take the field here. The band still on the field as they start to exit, putting on a good show for these electric fans here. Good turnout for a homecoming game, of course. You know, it is homecoming for a reason. You bring your alumni, you bring your future high school students, and any supporting fans. So good to see a good turnout.
Absolutely. I'm excited to see what happens. Kenwood is going to get the ball first tonight, so I'm really excited to see how they're going to react to this.
Kenwood's going to get the ball first, so Northwest will be kicking off. Both teams very eager to get this game going. As Northwest takes the field here, Kenwood's already out and they are ready to go. Kenwood Knights will be donning the white and black and gold helmets, and the Northwest Vikings will be donning the green and black uniforms. Looks like number 55, Caleb Suggs.
I think that's 65.
Oh, 65. Paul Moore will be kicking off for the Northwest Vikings.
And you have Darius Clark back to receive the kick here for Kenwood.
The Vikings of Northwest.
Clark's had a good job returning kicks so far this year. Hasn't taken one to the house, but maybe we'll see something tonight. And we're off here at East Al Lathan Stadium with the kick tumbling back and into the goal line. Actually bounces back for a touchback.
I thought he was going to touch it right there. The ball just rolled into the end zone, became a touchback.
Yeah, Robert Reese almost corralled it and actually had it bounce off of his hands and bounce back into the end zone for an automatic touchback. So, the Kenwood Knights will start their drive at the 20-yard line. Like we said, both these teams very evenly matched coming into today's game. Probably going to see a dominant style of running from both sides, but not really sure. Like we said, one of them, Northwest, has a solid quarterback, so we will see.
Monty Morris is going to be behind the center tonight.
Quarterback takes the handoff, gives it to the running back, breaks to the outside, and is tackled, but not before he gains a gain of 10 yards on the play.
I thought that was a great run. He followed his blockers, and he went with it, and he just kept running. He didn't stop, and I think it looked great and got him 10 yards.
If I'm not mistaken, that was a Monty Moss on the play. It'll be first down for the Kenwood Knights at about the 30-yard line. Handoff, left side, breaks an initial tackle, but then swallowed up by the rest of Northwest's defensive line. Gain of about 2 on the play.
21, which is an 8.
Northwest did a good job right there. They watched him and they followed him. Their defense did a good job reading that.
Number 5, Amante Moss, coming back in to the game at quarterback. He'll be under center. 2 receivers split out wide. I formation. Ooh. Caught him with the old no call.
No call.
That'll be a fresh 5 for the Kenwood Knights. Yep, and that's exactly what it'll be. Repeat second down. Yeah. Northwest, unfortunately, not able to stop from jumping across that line. Moss underneath center. Handoff to the running back. Another blast outside, but he gets stopped right before the first down marker.
I think it was a great play. They went to the right. They had an opening right there, and just one of those defenders had him had him in his sights, and he was able to grab that tackle.
Yes, good open field tackle right there. Oh, I guess they were able to pick up the first down. At first, it looked like he tumbled before it, but the ref gave him the spot. Favorable spot. It'll be first down with a new set of downs starting at about 40-yard line for the Kenwood Knights. Moss still at quarterback. Gives it to the running back, has some room on the outside to the left side, and is finally tackled down.
23, which is a 14.
Good tackle there by Northwest. Safety, number 13, Robert Baker. You'll hear his name called a few times in this game coming up. Second down here. Second down at about 6 for the Kenwood Knights. Looking solid on this first drive, looking solid, doing a good job of running the ball just like we thought they would. Having a dominant ground game, doing it at least until Northwest can keep up. Moss with the ball, handoff, play action, rolls out to the right side, and he heaves it downfield. He's got a man open, but unfortunately unable to connect with him.
I think that was a great play, Blake. I think he rolled out to the right, and he had an open shot. It looks like the receiver just got tripped up a little bit, fell over, and he wasn't able to come down with that catch.
Yeah, the receiver, number 16,
which is a 9.
Caleb McQueen, got turned around just a little bit, but Moss put it out there for him to grab. He was on one-on-one coverage, but unable to haul that in. That'll bring up 3rd and about 6 for the Knights. The first pass play of the game we saw so far. He almost looked as if he had enough room out on the outside edge to take off, but decided to heave it anyway.
Got a flag down.
Flag on the play at the moment. Well, before the play, actually. Not sure who it's on. We'll see. I guess it's going to be on Kenwood. Quick false start before the Knights right there. That's going to hurt them. They were in short position for 3rd down. Now it's going to be 3rd and long. I'm assuming they're going to have to go back to the pass. I'm interested to see if they use this rollout as most of their passing technique. Moss with the ball. Quarterback take it to the outside, and he breaks a tackle and gets the first down and steps out at about the 45-yard line, but crosses the 50. What a play by Amante Moss.
Play number 8. No, I'm sorry.
What a great play that was. Quarterback set it up for a pass, and then just to trick him, kept the ball and rolled out to the left side. Just kept running, had his blockers out in front of him. Did a wonderful job.
Yeah, great job by Moss selling the pass at first, but rocketing off to the left side and picking up that first down on a long run on 3rd and long. But you got first down at about the 46. And we'll have a quick stoppage right here. Flag on the play. We'll wait to see the final verdict. Looks like it's going to be against Northwest. So a few penalties here on the first drive of the game. Both teams just trying to get their footing in the game so far. We'll have first down and 5 for the Kenwood Knights. Moss under center. And another flag.
And it's going to be on Kenwood again, false start.
Apparently the lines for both of these teams right now is having a little trouble either hearing themselves or watching the ball. I'm not sure what the miscommunication is, but that is football.
That is, absolutely.
So we'll go back to where we were. It will be 1st and 9. Moss hands the ball off to the right side. Swarmed by some tacklers, but he pushes through for about 6 yards.
Which is a 14.
Great job by the running back there.
Good job pushing the pile forward for sure.
And that's key sometimes. If you get hit, you just keep running with your feet until you hit the ground.
Exactly. Keep that almost Marshawn mentality, beast mode, driving forward. Moss under center. Play action, rolls out to the right again. He's got a receiver deep. He chucks it. Jump ball, but looks as if it's intercepted. Yes, it is by Northwest.
Results in an interception by the Vikings.
Number 2 on the play, Nicholson, was out there, a sophomore, 5'7", 160 pounds, jumped right up and snagged that ball for a great interception by Northwest.
What a great defender. Watch as he throws this ball. This defender, Nicholson, he's watching that ball completely all the way through until it lands straight into his hands. Great defending right there. Didn't lose track of the ball at all.
Way to go up at the highest point and high ball. That is what they'll teach you as a receiver and as a DB in both college and in high school. Did a very good job. Textbook interception right there.
Absolutely.
We have Northwest out here on the field. Silverstrom is the quarterback. Takes a shotgun snap. Ooh, has a man. It looked like a quick curl route on the outside, but the receiver was unable to haul it in.
Those are one of those catches that you need to catch. Those are important little ones that can make this game completely different.
Exactly. Catch before you look. I always see that's the biggest thing. Sometimes guys are looking before they catch. They're too anxious after they catch the ball. That's when they get in trouble. Which brings us to second down. Second down and 10 for the Vikings. Silverstrom in the pistol. Motions across. Rolls out to his right side. Looking for a man. Has a man open. And it's, oh! It was in the hands of Bennett, the running back, but unfortunately unable to haul it in.
I think that was a great offensive play call. I think it could have been a very key factor play right here. You know, they need to get out of this red zone here. Look at his replay right here. He's rolling, throws it, goes right to his hands, and he takes his eyes off the ball and he fumbles it down.
Unable to haul it in. Good pass play. Really good loft to get it over those secondary guys, but unfortunately unable to haul it in. This will bring up 3rd and long for Northwest. Silverstrom in the shotgun. 2 receivers to his right. Takes the shotgun pass. Oh, heaves it, but there was no one in sight. I think there was a miscommunication there between his receivers and him because he almost threw an interception out there in no man's land.
That was a smash, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was definitely a miscommunication. One of those odd things that happen sometimes here on the field. Thought the receiver was there. And he threw it, and just turns out he wasn't. It could have been really bad, and he almost threw that interception.
Yeah, almost picked off by Kenwood. Luckily, it was not. It'll give them the opportunity to punt here, get themselves out of dangerous field position. Number 7, Darius Clark for Kenwood is back to receive this punt, or at least he'd like to. There's a hold up on the field at the moment. So we've seen 2 drives now from these 2 teams. Oh, another flag. I apologize. Trying to sort out what the flag is for down here. There's a lot of standing around at the moment. Oh, I think that was just a time stoppage flag, so not a real flag. The ref went ahead, picked it up. So Northwest ready to punt, and another stoppage. Oh, this will actually be a timeout on Northwest. Seems as everybody's confused on the field at the moment.
Timeout has been called by the Vikings.
But yes, it is confirmed the Vikings have called a timeout. Now,
some interesting football here we have tonight, actually. We came in thinking that both teams were going to keep the ball on the ground, but really Northwest has been throwing the ball up more so.
Exactly, yeah. We knew Kenwood was going to run the ball. We was hoping Northwest was going to run the ball. They came out actually guns a-blazing the first 3 plays. Now they had 3 open receivers, well, except for that 3rd down play where there was a miscommunication between the receivers. But first two plays hit them, just couldn't haul the ball in. So Kenwood a little more focused here in this game. as the players retake the field after that timeout. It'll be 4th and that's about 10. Definitely 4th and long. Punting from the back of their own end zone is Northwest. Clark ready to receive this punt for Kenwood. Lets it bounce, and he's going to step away from it. That ball rolls to about the 40. Did not make it over the 50.
At the 41-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Kenwood.
So no return on the play. Good starting field position for Kenwood.
And now we're going to see if they're going to continue the run game or if they're going to switch over to the pass more.
I only have a hunch that they're about to run it. They got quite the attack working so far, especially with Moss as dangerous as he is in the backfield. Kenwood in the shotgun, 2 receivers to the left. Sends some motion with a handoff to the motion player. Makes a juke, cuts outside, avoids a tackle, and gets brought down at about the 45. Good run by Clark.
Clark did a great job. Ran to the left side, followed his blockers, and he got those positive yards. You know, I thought he was going to go down at about the 40, but he just kept on trucking, got it all the way to about 35.
Took that peel handoff and took it around the outside. Usually they call that an orbit motion when the running back comes behind the quarterback. So he took that orbit handoff, and well, let's see if they'll set the same play up here again. Clark on the left side this time. Yep, and he'll go in motion, but they don't give it to him. Moss with the quarterback keeper slips a little bit in the backfield, but is able to gain some positive yards. Did a good job there of not letting that trip let him, lose negative yards.
He was dedicated just to even get one if he could.
It looked as if they had the right side set up, but like I said, a little slip from Moss. He had to get what he could.
Couldn't re-get his feet back together and fully complete that run.
It's Kenwood here in the shotgun. They'll send Clark in motion. Moss, they'll do the same play again, but he takes the outside this time. See some defenders, but the Northwest does a good job of getting out there and swallowing him up on 3rd down.
Great defensive calling right there. Followed him all the way to the left side, the right side. Knew where he was going, followed him all the way and made that tackle. Here's the replay on that.
Moss right there doing a good job, taking that outside lane he had last time, but Northwest knew that play was coming, so we're able to swallow him up. You run the play once, shame on me. You fool me once, twice, shame on you. So Kenwood, it'll be 4th down. It looks like they're going to go for it when they're on their own 37-yard line. Moss under center. I formation in the backfield. Play action pass, rolls out to his left, guns it, and it's caught by the tight end. He's still up. Was never tackled, but the whistle was blown dead because his forward momentum was stopped. The tight end, Johnson, made a great leaping catch above a Northwest defender. Good job on both parties. Moss did a good job of seeing him out there.
Yeah, here's the pass right here. Throws it. Great catch right here. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to grab that 1st down, but yet still great catch and a great play.
Yeah, he was close, but they did blow the whistle early, so it'll now be turnover on downs. Northwest will have the ball. Silverstrom at quarterback. Tried to hit him with the hard count. Now he's getting some sideline adjustments. Takes the shotgun snap, dishes it off to the right side. He's got a man open, catches it, and is tackled down, but not before he gets the 1st down. Nice gain of about 13 right there by number 13, Robert Baker.
Great play. Look at this replay right here. Catches it, takes a few steps, keeps running. Great job on that.
Good job of knowing first down awareness, where the sticks are. Sometimes in the course of a game, players can lose sight of where they are on the field, especially even direction. I've seen that happen before, so good job of knowing stick awareness on that play. Northeast in the shotgun, 3 receivers out to the left, put a man in motion, and they're going to fake it to him. And he's pressured, he's rolling out to his left side, heaves the ball long, and it's caught.
Wow, what a play.
Right before he heads out of bounds. Good play, good resilience on that play by Hunter Silverstrom to find his open receiver.
Look, if you look at this replay, he throws the ball, avoids the tackle, throws it. Here comes the catch. Make sure he catches the ball before he is even at, he just makes sure he grabs that ball and make sure he grabs those yardages right there. Great job.
Did a good job of making sure his feet were in bounds. In high school, you only need 1, but he thought he was in the pros because he got 2. Great pocket awareness there by Hunter Silverstrom. Able to avoid those tacklers. He'll be in shotgun right now. Man in motion. There should be a flag. There was about 2 men in motion right there. It was a little unsure on the motion call. Both players win at the same time, which will be a false start.
Timeout has been called by Northwest.
And Northwest is going to go ahead and call a timeout. That'll be their second timeout. Already, so a little unsureness down there on the sideline, and Coach Richards is gathering his players together, trying to get them to focus up. I actually played under Coach Richards.
Oh, did you?
At Austin Peay. Yes, he was my former, offensive coordinator. It was a great time. I played wide receiver there. Knows how to run an offense. Likes physical people, likes speed athletes, likes to throw the ball. This is actually the same offense we kind of ran at Austin Peay. So, watching him transition to high school has been interesting to see what he takes and what he brings in new to his scheme.
Yes, you can definitely tell he loves to throw that ball. I think 90% of their plays that they have come out with today have been passing plays.
Yeah, we were expecting a run-heavy offense here from Northwest, but so far they look like the gunslingers of yesteryear. So Northwest has the ball. It'll be first down at the 40-yard line. Send a man in motion, and they give it to him on a jet sweep. And it'll make its way for about 3 or 4 yards. So both teams using some motion right now, some misdirection, trying to get the defense a little riled up, a little confused.
It looked great. Look at this replay. He just tosses that ball right in front of him, and he grabs it and runs to the left side with it. I think that was a great play, great trick play right there. Loved it.
Coach Richards doing a little trickery right there, trying to get some juice flowing in the offense for Northwest. It'll be second down and about 8. Shotgun snap, play action pass. Silverstrom rolls out to the right, and he's pressured, but he stays up. Oh my gosh. Oh, and is finally brought down in the backfield.
Way in the backfield by the Knights.
By D'Angelo Brooks. What a play.
What a play that was. If you look at this replay, rolls out, tries to avoid this tackle, gets pulled, and then tries to save it again. And then just brought down. I think they marked him at about the 41.
He escaped for a minute, folks, but unfortunately was brought back down. Great pressure by Kenwood.
We get the ball, Coach Bill, we going pro. Doug, tell Taylor to get back.
So Northwest with the ball way back in their own territory on the opposite 40-yard line. Third down, and let's call it about 25.
Delay game.
And we're hit with another penalty. It's gonna be against Northwest. We've seen multiple flags this first half.
Yes, we have.
It's gonna be against Northwest for a delay of game, and that'll push them back 5. So it's looking to be about 3rd and 30. On their own 35-yard line.
I'm expecting a pass here. I don't know about you.
Yes. Passes should be coming. If not, I don't know what they're... Shotgun snap. Heaves it out to the left. Has a man open. Making some open field moves. Oh, and he's bringing it back behind the line of scrimmage, actually.
His leg touched the ground.
And is finally hauled in. Trying to make something out of nothing there.
Sometimes that's a risky mistake here. As you see on this replay right here, he throws it over to him. He doesn't have a lot of room to go, but he has some. Makes that decision, cuts back, goes backwards. If you see here, he might have been down right there. I couldn't see that player. And then is finally brought down officially right there. That was a little risky.
Definitely a little risky, especially to go back behind the line of scrimmage when you've already got positive yards. But, you know, he was trying to make the best. But Northwest will be punting here as they get the kickoff. Almost blocked, but was not. And it was touched and fumbled. It was picked up by Northwest. Oh, Darius Clark was back there for the punt return, but was unable to haul it in. It hit him in the hands, but he was looking at the Northwest defenders coming on and just dropped it. It was covered up by Northwest, so they will retain possession.
Great job by the special teams here. Just kept following the ball, just found it, saw that he touched it. At that point, it's jump on the ball.
So, turn of the tides here for Northwest. Went from bad field position to great field position as they're going to have the ball on about the 34-yard line going in. And I know they're hungry after that last offensive outing. They were moving the ball, just had a few penalties has really been what's biting each team so far. They've been having good production, but the penalties has really been killing everybody.
21's in the backfield.
Northwest gets the shotgun sack. Silverstrom out to his right, avoids a tackler. He tries to take off. He's wrapped up by 3 Kenwood Knights and finally brought down, but he does gain some positive yardage. Pick up of about 4.
Great job by the quarterback there. He definitely wanted to throw this ball. Kept looking for a receiver. Almost gets tackled right there. And then just goes for it. Didn't find any receivers, so he just kind of decided to tuck it and roll.
Yeah, all of his players covered up downfield, so he decided to do the old quarterback waggle and just hold on to it. That'll bring up second down and about 8.
21 is in the spot.
Silverstrom back, ready to take the snap. Shotgun snap, play action pass, and a screen out to the right side. Makes a move and gets up the field and is about out at the 20-yard line. Robert Baker on the screen catch right there. Does a good job.
Great job. Another passing play, throws it out, and he just runs up the field. Tries to shove the defender off right there. Can't do it as much as he wanted to, but he gets a good amount of yards. I think they got that first down. Maybe they were a little short.
Nope, they did. They did indeed get that first down. So it'll be 1st and 10 on about the 20-yard line. 25-yard line, correction. Kenwood feeling a little bit of pressure. Their defense has to be a little tired. They've been out there now 2 possessions in a row. Got some motion by the Northwest out to the left side. Quarterback takes it in. He's hit and sacked in the backfield. Whoa, what a play by the Kenwood defensive line. Busted right through there. Northwest did not have a chance.
That was amazing. Here's the replay on that. Full blitz, and they just completely got into the backfield there and took down the quarterback, backed him up a few yards.
Linebacker Tim Cross with the main sack right there. Good tackler for Kenwood. They've got some really good linebackers. So Northwest feeling the pressure here in the first quarter.
Absolutely.
They've done a good job of putting the pressure on the quarterback. Sacked him, or pressured him at least 4 times. Sacked him twice.
Yes.
So Kenwood D is looking pretty strong right now.
Another flag on the field.
That's what I want to do.
Yeah, we'll have another
Penalty on Northwest.
penalty on Northwest. So right now Northwest is kicking themselves with penalties. I know Coach Richards will have a suggestion for that when they come off the field next.
So that the fullback can kick out.
Still 0-0 here
And we'll pull the guard around too.
as these 2 teams are facing off here at Eastside Latham Stadium. Northwest in the shotgun, takes the snap, rockets the ball over to the right-hand side. Receiver catches it, makes a move, breaks a tackle, jumps over somebody, and it's a touchdown! Oh, I don't believe it. What a run by that young man.
Wow, what an amazing play. Here's the replay on it. Quarterback's gonna drop back, throws it over to him. He's gonna spin move, not only that, stiff arm, runs up, jukes. Watch this at the end, get tangled up with his own player, hurdles another player, runs right into the end zone. An amazing play right there. Athleticism was a huge key factor with this play right here.
Athletic for sure. I can't believe he made it to the end zone, hurdling over a player just like that. That was Shatar McClay on that touchdown reception, so good job. Northwest really eager as they're out here for the field goal. And it's down, it's up, and it's good. So your score here at East South Layton Stadium, Northwest Vikings 7, Kenwood Knights 0. We'll be right back here on APSU-TV. Huh? Like 35? Like 35, 30? Hey, not every play is a great play, remember? You don't have to say everything's a great play. Just be like, good job here. Or just be like, number 5 did a good job with this. But you don't have to be like, that was a great play. You're doing good. You gonna count me in? And we're back here at East South Layton Stadium, where your score is Northwest Vikings 7, Kenwood Knights 0. Well, we just saw a fantastic play by the wide receiver McClay for the Northwest Vikings, hurdling over a defender and breaking about 3 tackles to get into the end zone. That's the best play we've seen tonight so far. Northwest is back for the kick. And it's away. It'll be a short pooch kick to the left side. Taken by Kenwood. Oh, and he's smacked at the 25-yard line.
That was a nasty tackle right there. A textbook tackle.
Tavarius Albury came and laid the wood. Absolutely smacked the Kenwood receiver for a great special teams play on a short kick. So the Kenwood Knights will start their field position at about the 25. Amonte Moss comes back out as the quarterback. Done a good job so far tonight. They've primarily ran the ball. He's thrown 2 deep routes. One of them, unfortunately, was a pick.
Oh, never mind. They cool. They can go down there.
As they're here in the shotgun.
As long as Chucky go get that outside backer, we straight.
Takes the snap. Hands off to the right side. To the running backs. Finding some room. And is clocked. But not before gaining some yards for about a 4-yard pickup. And a late flag comes in.
Play 22.
Late flag.
Play 22, which is a 7.
I want to say it's on Kenwood. I'm sorry, correction. I want to say it's on Northwest. Potentially a taunting call. Unsportsmanlike conduct is what it'll be. Great tackle by McClay. But unfortunately celebrated after the play, and that is a no-no here. So a good stop, but
Let's go. Let's go, O-line.
too many antics after the play, unfortunately. It's hard when you're in a good mode like that, too. You just made a big play. It's hard not to celebrate, but you got to know when it is the right time. So
you can celebrate, but there comes a point where you have to know yourself where to draw that line.
Exactly, and it was a little quick, but it happened. So we'll have a first down here at about the 43-yard line. And
That's the end of the first quarter, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh,
Your score.
clock winds down here at the end of the first quarter.
Northwest Vikings.
This is it. First impression. My way in. But can my resume show you how I truly stand out? Like that I was studying, going to night school while working 2 jobs just to help my parents pay for groceries. Or being the first one to always step up. No, that's something you just can't put on paper. Look beyond the resume and discover new ways to develop great talent that is dedicated, hardworking, and determined like me.
And we're back here at Northwest High School for this showdown between the Kenwood Knights and the Northwest Vikings. Right now the Vikings are up 7-0 on this gorgeous homecoming night. The fans here are are in a electric romp. Excited to see some good football by their team and probably to eat some good homecoming food as well.
Absolutely. Northwest quarterback Hunter Silverstream has already had 60 passing yards along with that one TD pass that we saw earlier in the first quarter.
Great play by McClay on that. Him and McClay setting up for a great 35-yard touchdown scamper. It'll be Kenwood with the ball here on their own 43-yard line. Amonte Moss ready to take the snap. In the pistol position. Hands off to the left side. Finds a hole. That'll be Dante Mayberry with the play. Talked about him at the beginning of this game.
We did. We knew he was definitely going to come in here and run. Here's the replay on that. Comes in, hits the pile, and then his teammates come up behind him and push him in forward to get that first down.
Like we said, he is a downhill runner. Does a good job running behind his linemen. You saw right there in the last replay, almost ran one of his own linemen over, so he can run with some power. So it'll be second down here and 3. But it got another stoppage by these referees. Looks like we're having a bit of a clock issue. So I'm sure they'll get that sorted out here quickly.
Send him live if you want to. You can send him live if you want to.
Kenwood so far showing a good job as we expected with their ground game. Finding those holes and running off. They're doing a lot of zone running right now, so outside to his outside off those tackles. Moss with the handoff. Back to Deontay. Makes a man miss and powers his way forward.
What a move.
Almost was stopped at the line, but did a back juke and was able to stumble forward for about a gain of 4.
I'm working on it, buddy.
Try to check out our replay here if we can get one. Did a very good job keeping his momentum going forward even when he was met initially at the line. Dante Mayberry, strong runner for this Kenwood offense.
Looks like there was a penalty on the play.
Looks like we had a penalty, apparently.
I didn't see a flag thrown. They're moving the ball.
Yeah,
It's going to be on Northwest.
On the play, 16. Yep.
didn't get the call or see a flag actually from the ref.
Yep.
I can only assume it was
Something
a
after
personal foul.
play.
It was a movement of 10. Anyway, it'll be first down here at the 25-yard line for Kenwood. Kenwood sends a man in motion. Toss play to the right side, makes the first man miss, but is tackled in the backfield by a stagnant Northwest defense. Coming hard off that line. Number 10, Tavrius Albury with the hit.
Darius Clark had the run right there. Here's the replay on it.
Just couldn't find that outside, could he?
Yeah. Ran to the outside, looking for a hole, couldn't find one.
That's what I'm doing right now.
Ran right into the Northwest defense.
These DNs are doing a good job of filling, moving laterally side to side. So Kenwood with a man in motion. Moss is going to keep it. Quarterback keeper to the outside, trying to get some room, but he's swallowed up again by that stout Northwest defense.
I think they had the right idea on that one. Moss went over and run into the left side looking for a hole. Couldn't find one big enough for him to get through there. He runs right into the defense, and they take him down for a loss of about 2 yards on that one, I think.
Yeah, it was a good play setup. Unfortunate, couldn't get to the outside. The crowd is a-rumbling here as it's third down, ready for these Vikings to stop these Knights right here. The crowd is shaking the booth beneath us at the moment. These folks are excited. This homecoming football's got everybody in a frenzy, Bob. Moss with the shotgun snap, passes it out to the right side, has a receiver, makes a man miss, breaks another tackle, and is finally brought down at about the 14-yard line.
Here's the replay on it. Drops back, throws it. Keeps running, runs into a couple of defenders. he just keeps trucking and lets the defenders tackle him in too.
Caleb McQueen on that catch. He's another name you're going to hear a lot of tonight. Kenwood here making some substitutions. Maybe trying to bring a new look in, try to confuse this Northwest
On your feet, make some noise.
defense.
It's 4th down, Vikings fans.
Like I said, the crowd here is electric, rumbling the stands beneath us on this 4th down. And we'll have a stoppage.
Timeout
Looks like it's going to be
taken on from Kenwood.
Yep. Timeout by Kenwood there.
35 lead. Play number 22.
That'll be their first.
Yeah.
Northwest has already used 2 of their timeouts for this quarter, for this half.
So Northwest with 1 timeout left, Kenwood with 2 timeouts left. Your score here at Northwest 7, Kenwood 0, but Kenwood is driving at the moment. They are inside their own 25. This is red zone territory. Can we expect a handoff to junior Dante Mayberry?
As I see it right now, there is nothing else that you would do. You're not going to throw it. You've been running the ball all night. Stick with that run game. It's been working for you a little bit so far. So continue with that run. You're going to want to run it straight up the middle in mind. And we're going to see if they can get us a touchdown or if they're going to try to even just get that 1 yard and then set up a new series.
It will be 4th and short here for Kenwood. Dante Mayberry in the backfield. Moss under center. And there'll be a flag. It looks like there was a quick jump on Kenwood.
This Northwest defense already has 2 sacks along with that interception early in that first quarter.
Northwest defense doing a good job of being a tough, stout D at the moment, but they are letting Kenwood drive.
36, Dub. 36, Dub. 13.
Now it's going to be about 4th and 5 instead of a 4th and 1 with that false start by Kenwood, so that'll push them back.
And does this help Kenwood or does this hurt Kenwood?
You know, I'm going to say that this helps and it can't hurt. You know, you're already in the red zone. You're already willingness to score. That's already in your mind. I'm saying they got the rest of the field now. They can do a long pass now if they want to. So it kind of opens up the playbook a little bit more time that you give them.
Absolutely. Timeout taken again by Kenwood. That's their second, I do believe.
That is their second for the Kenwood Knights. There must be a little confusion down there on the field, but that's okay. Take the time. Don't want to run a misguided play, especially when it is such a big play. It is 4th down in scoring territory, trying to tie this ball game. Northwest is up 7-0 right now, but Kenwood, like I said, is in the red zone. Coaches down there on both teams trying to school their guys up for this big 4th down play.
Do he want something to roll with? And if he wants something to roll with, I got another one.
Time left in this second quarter is about 8 minutes and 54 seconds. So enough time for both teams to have a possession again after this.
Absolutely. I'm excited to see if Kenwood goes for a pass here, actually. I feel like they might throw one out there just because they've been running that run the whole game. And I wonder if they're going to try to use a pass here to try to throw off Northwest.
Yeah, I'm suspecting a play-action pass as well. Moss can run, so give him that dual option of being able to throw or run the ball. He'll be here on 4th down in the shotgun. Moss with the ball, rolls out to his left, but throws back to his right, and it's intercepted by Northwest. He takes it to the sideline and finally gets dragged out of bounds at about the 43-yard line. But what a big play by the cornerback for Northwest, being in the right position to make that play, intercepting Moss for the 2nd time tonight.
Was not expecting that. Jumped up, catches the ball, and just takes off running. It's more yards than I honestly anticipated. I thought that they were going to be able to attack him a little bit earlier. But what a great job by the defense.
Cameron Santiago had his eyes dead on Moss in the backfield. He knew exactly where that pass was going and stepped right in front of the receiver at the last moment, picked it off. That just goes to show you that Northwest defense is real.
Yes,
they're here
absolutely.
tonight.
I can hear you.
So now it'll be Northwest possession. Silverstrom in the backfield. Hands off to his running back. Running back gets 10-yard carry and bursts through the offensive line, picking up about a gain of 15.
As you see here on the replay, he hands the ball off, just runs straight up the middle and doesn't stop running until he's finally tackled.
And that's our player to watch for the game, number 1, junior running back Nathan Luna. He had 164 yards and 2 touchdowns coming into today's game. That was the first or second run he's had. That's a strong run.
Yes, sir.
Bringing up a first down for Northwest Vikings. So Northwest, widespread, looking to throw it deep, has a man open. Ow!
Flag
His
out.
hand is out, but there was a flag on the play.
Looked like he was going to be holding on to it when he was going up for it.
Yeah, it looks as if the Kenwood corner got his hand on him just a little bit. Enough at least for the refs to call pass interference. So this will bring up a fresh set of downs for the Northwest Vikings. Had a man open, hit him in the hands.
Yeah, it was a great job. Great throw, put it right where he wanted it to.
Here's another one, offensive coach.
If only he could have been able to bring that down. It turned out great, got the penalty, got caught.
Yeah,
You know,
if you couldn't haul the catch in, at least they did get the penalty, so it does give them a fresh set of downs. So you can't be mad at that one.
Yeah, I want to do that.
Haven't seen too much from Luna tonight, but hopefully they start to get him the ball here as the second quarter winds down, try to get him integrated into the game a little bit more. Had a great first or second run right there, 15-yard plow right through the middle of the line. So, all right, Silverstrom in the shotgun.
That's something that's open.
Hands off to the running back. Luna again tumbles his way forward for about a gain of 6.
I think we're going to see a lot of Luna all of a sudden. They've kind of put him in here. Takes it again right up the middle. Takes it, keeps on running. Great job.
Luna, a big back, 5'11", 195 pounds. I mean, that's a big man in the backfield.
He's a very big man.
Especially when he gets out on the edge against those corners and those smaller guys. You know, he's not afraid to put his head down. Silverstrom with the shotgun snap. Looks back, passes it downfield, had a man. Unable to complete this pass. Bring up third down.
He had 2 receivers on that far right side right there.
Wasn't sure at first who he was throwing it to.
Yeah.
It spent some lofty time in the air, but came down to his inside receiver. Incomplete, though.
Overthrew it just a little bit. That's a really hard throw to make when you have that defender right on you like that. You have to be able to put it enough in the air to where your defender can't catch it, but yet you also have to make it possible for your player to catch it as well.
Exactly. Getting that loft on it is, you know, pro status right there.
Absolutely.
So solid job. This will bring up third down. Luna in the backfield. Silverstrom with a pass over the middle, and it's caught for a first down. So snuck through there just enough to get a first down. He passed it to Isaiah Ferrier, the outside wide receiver.
Those small passing plays are my favorite. They're unique. They're very key factors when you just want to get those small yards quick.
They're also good for, you know, you dink, dink, dink with the small passes, and the one time they're guarding the big pass, you can break it with a small pass. So well said. Northwest in the shotgun. 3 receivers, trips out to the right. Shotgun snap, heaves it on a slant route to the left side, and it's caught.
Another one of those short passes. I love them. I love them. I love them.
That'll be Shatar McClay. If you remember last quarter, Shatar had a huge touchdown run and hurdle almost into the end zone.
That was a wild run right there.
Northwest getting in a groove right here, feeling themselves in the pass game. Crowd starting to like it. Getting a lot louder. This band is definitely loud. Homecoming festivities and spirit is in the air, so everybody is excited.
Absolutely. It's an awesome atmosphere tonight.
Northwest sends a guy in motion, but there's a quarterback keeper, and Silverstrom keeps it up the middle. Does a good job of Faking it to his jet sweep guy.
He faked me out. I did not see him keep the ball on that one.
Yeah, that'll happen.
Runs it right up the middle.
Silverstone doing a good job seeing that defensive end collapse on his read man, taking off right behind his guard. That'll bring up second down at about 5 on their own 10. Correction, on their opposing 10. So they are inside the 20-yard line. They're in the red zone. Little flare out to the running back, Luna, but unable to haul it in as he felt the pressure. There was 2 Kenwood defenders right in his face. So he might have been better to let that one go.
Absolutely. I think that play right there, it was another one of those cases where he tried to run with the ball before he even had the ball in his hands, and he just looked away from it.
Didn't expect to see this much passing from Northwest. Knew they could. But we thought it was going to be more of a run-dominated game. But Silverstrom's come out so far and slaying it all over the field.
Absolutely. He's had long passes to short passes. He's just going everywhere with the ball.
Exactly. Even a couple intermediate passes. So back here in the shotgun. Has another flare out to his right. He's going to give it to Luna. Ooh, but it's same situation. I think Luna felt a little pressure from that Kenwood defensive man and was unable to haul it in.
Same play, I think, right here. And then pass it to the screen. Again, couldn't come up with that catch.
Both Northwest and Kenwood tonight have run at least twice a play back-to-back.
Yes, they have.
After the first time didn't go quite as planned, so maybe we'll see a couple more here, back-to-back plays.
You could. You definitely could. I wouldn't be shocked if it happened.
I wonder if Kenwood recognized the formation from the first play the first time and called it out. That's why they were on Luna so fast. We're going to have a final timeout here. It's the third and final timeout of this half for the Northwest Vikings. So Northwest is 0. Kenwood has 1 timeout left. Your score here at Northwest High School, 7 by the Northwest Vikings, and the Kenwood Knights are 0. Great game so far, though. Jeff?
It has been a great game. I've enjoyed watching it. Again, I'm still surprised we've seen more passing from Northwest than I thought we were. Me and you both came into this game thinking that they were going to run the ball a lot, but no, they came in throwing the ball everywhere across the field.
Exactly. Definitely pulling out the gunslinger with Silverstrom here today. Wasn't sure how much they were going to use him in the pass game. Knew he could run the ball, so we did see him with a rush this past the 2 plays ago. But he's got receivers on the outside. Isaiah Ferrier is 6'3", so look for him down here in the red zone. He's going to be down here in the bottom of your screen, number 8. He could be a big red zone presence right here with his height. So, but it looks like they're going to be in a passing situation. Silverstrom, shotgun snap, and they threw it to him. Oh, but he drops it. Either an incomplete pass, touchdown, or folks, this is crazy. They were throwing it to Ferrier on the outside, 6'3", huge red zone presence. Now, when he caught it, he was hit immediately.
I could not tell right here if he caught that ball and it was in the end zone. The ball definitely came out. However, was he down before the ball came out?
It was very instant.
Here's
bang, bang play.
Throws it.
That's very, very close. I'd have to see a goal line camera view, but it looked as if when Ferrier tried to jump and put the ball over the line, he got hit. Now, when he was hit, the ball popped out. We are unable from our angle to see if he crossed that line or not. So right now, the referees are talking about it down on the field because this could be a huge swing of momentum. Up in the booth, I thought it was a fumble initially because I couldn't tell if he got in.
I didn't. It's definitely a controversy at this point because, as you said, same here. I thought that ball was out and it was a fumble.
But I thought they were going to either call him down or call it a fumble. Then they said it was a touchdown. So they got everybody right now, and it looks as if it's going to stand at this moment.
It sure does. Got the kicking PAT team came out.
So Northwest given a touchdown on that wacky last play. Good catch there by Isaiah Ferrier
That's why I ain't finished my statement.
on the left-hand side for the touchdown, which will bring out our kicker for Northwest. Snap is up, it's down, and it's good.
It's good. New score.
That'll bring our score here at Northwest High School.
Your
Vikings 14, your Kenwood Knights 0. We'll be right back on APSU-TV. That's crazy.
That was wild.
I think that was a fumble.
We inspire scholars.
How do you feel?
We inspire leaders.
You doing good? You nervous anymore?
We inspire
Now we're just talking.
That was fun.
We inspire family. This is the Ohio Valley Conference.
And we're back here on APSU-TV at Northwest High School. Your score, the Kenwood Knights 0, the Northwest Vikings 14. I'm your host, Blake Schneiders, alongside my man, Jeff.
Blake, how's it going tonight?
It's going good. Seeing some great football tonight here, Jeff.
Absolutely.
Very excited. A little perplexed by the last play. Huge momentum swing, I think, for the Vikings. A little confusion and disappointment on Kenwood's side because I think they thought they were going to have that fumble. Being confirmed a touchdown for Kenwood, or for the Vikings. So now they'll try to fix and claw their way back from this 14-point deficit. They got about 5 minutes and 37 seconds left here as we kick the ball off. And Kenwood will receive it.
It's like Alfonte Morris out there with the recovery. Grabbed the ball, tried to start running. It looks like he was already out of bounds on that.
Yeah, took that first step out of bounds, so the ref will blow him dead there. That'll bring up a first down and 10 from about the 15-yard line for Kenwood. Well, we've seen a pretty good offense here so far from Northwest. What can you tell us about Northwest offense there, Jeff?
Well, Hunter Silverstrom has had 92 passing yards and 2 touchdown passes. Amazing performance by him. He's leading right now. His team's leading 14-0. He's doing a great job.
Moving the ball there on Northwest's offense. Kenwood takes the field. Moss back there at quarterback, puts a man in motion. Gives the ball off to the left side. Just finding a few yards and tumble down about a yard or two gain. That'll be about 2nd and 7 here.
Here's a replay, runs it up on that left side. Tries to get through, can't really make much more of just 2 yards, but still, some yardage is better than no yardage.
Exactly. Positive yards always, especially on first down. If you can get positive yards on first down, that's good. You never try to go backwards.
Absolutely.
Kenwood doing a good job of running the ball here. I'd like to see him try to do a little more passing, as they do here. Float the ball out to the left side to the running back out of the backfield, and he's caught. And he goes down the sideline with a huge tackle on the sideline. Darius Clark on the catch and run.
Here's the replay on that. Throws it. He's going to run on that right side. He's going to try to get to the edge. He gets tackled right out of bounds.
Good catch and throw, but monstrous hit by a Northwest defender on the sideline. But he popped up, so he must be good. That'll bring us a new set of downs for the Kenwood Knights. Put a man in motion. Moss with the quarterback keeper. Trying to find some room, avoids a tackler or two, then brought down, but we have a late flag and a little scuffling there on the field after the play between a Kenwood player and a Vikings player.
Play four. 14 for the O.
I'm not
Just
sure
a little
what happened on that one.
quick extracurriculars. But there is a flag down on the play. I think it'll be assessed after the play for the touchy and shovey.
Personal foul against Kenwood.
So Kenwood Oh, the penalty will be against Kenwood.
Play for it, I tell you.
Here's the replay on that last one. He's going to run to the left side.
Pro ready. Get pro ready.
As you can see here, Kenwood just throws Northwest player down. I couldn't see which players it was.
It was definitely close to the whistle.
Yes, it was.
That can just be based off tough play by both teams. You know, you get in the heat of the moment. Both guys are wanting to win, so that's a tough one. It just, sometimes you just got to listen to the whistle a little sooner.
Absolutely.
Either way, this will bring up second down and long. Let's say about 20 for Kenwood. Loving that motion offense. Little loft pass out. Ooh, dangerous to give it that much air. Could have been intercepted by Northwest.
Yeah, he gave it a little too much loft on that one. Almost gave the defender a little. He gave him too much time on that one to get too close to that ball.
Yeah, that could have been dangerous there for Moss on that pass, but luckily it fell incomplete, and they'll live to see another down. About 4 minutes and 20 seconds left here in the second quarter. The crowd here is on their feet for Northwest as they've got Kenwood pinned back in their own 15-yard line on a long third down play coming up.
Get loud, Vikings fans, get loud.
Amonte Moss, under center. Pitches out to his running back on the right-hand side. Does a good job using his blockers, but slips in the backfield. Gained a few, but definitely not what they needed on that long third down.
No, definitely a bummer. It looked like he had some room coming up. If he had just stayed on his feet a little bit longer, definitely not what they wanted to do.
Tried to make a cut, and when he put all of his weight on his front foot, it just slipped out from underneath him. So unfortunate here, but that'll bring us into a punting situation here for Kenwood.
Oh, we can just run below, Coach. Yeah, I'm setting them up for that. That's what they're setting. That's in the left tackle.
McClay back to receive.
McClay is going to be back for Northwest to receive this punt.
D'Angelo Brooks here with the punt, but it's fumbled.
Oh,
And
no.
he's going to have to take off and try to make something happen as he got pressured. And he will not make it to the first down. Unfortunately, bobbled the snap on that punt and was unable to get it off, so he had to run for his life for about 30 yards.
Go play some defense.
Yeah, he just loses that punt. He has to just pick it up and run with it and just couldn't get there.
That is a turnover on
Unable to make it to that first down, so that will be a turnover
Vikings.
for the Knights. The Vikings will gain possession here on their own 20-yard line. So starting in the red zone. You think they're going to go back to Farrier like they did last time in the red zone, or?
I'm not sure. I think they're probably going to target him at least once right here. Definitely an advantage to be starting right here. You know, you make those small mistakes can lead to big problems, and this is definitely one of those scenarios.
Farrier is going to be at the bottom of your screen here on the left. Silverstrom hands the ball off to Luna. Luna picks up some positive yards on that first down carry. About a gain of 7 on the play.
Luna's a great power running back here. He's just going to run it straight up the middle, and he ain't going to stop until he hits the ground.
Yeah, he's done a good job tonight of hitting that hole with a bunch of burst.
Yeah.
He's shooting through the offensive line and just trying to gain positive yards when he can, which is allowing him to get these 5, 6, and 7 pop runs. Kenwood trying to get a stop here.
Not yet. They'll wait till the third down.
Trying to keep this game within reach. Shotgun snap to Silverstrom. Rolls out to his left. And he's going to throw it out of bounds. Didn't have anything working downfield. He's just going to get rid of that one.
Smart decision right there. Didn't have anybody open. Don't want to get sacked in the backfield, lose yardage. So just go ahead and get rid of it. Come back with the new play.
It is okay to have an incomplete pass down here. You do not want to lose yards, especially when you're in such good starting field position.
Left side of the defense. We got it. Here he comes.
So we've got third down here for the Knights. Third down for Northwest Vikings. Knights will do all they can to stop them here. Shotgun snap. Pass looks like it was tipped at the line. Good job by Kenwood's defensive line right there. That'll bring up fourth down.
Fourth down scenario.
Or, hey, you know what? No, hey, coach. No,
Looks like they're going to keep the offense on.
That way we can give them the
Or is that the, nope, that's the PAT attempt coming up.
Looks like they'll bring the PAT team out for this field goal. Correction, field goal team.
Yeah, sorry. That was.
Got me thinking one way. Kenwood looking to block it. It's up. Snap is down. Kick is up. And it is no good.
Good.
Although it looks like there's some confusion there by the right referee. Wasn't too sure. But it is going to be no good. So the Vikings miss a field goal from about 30 yards.
Number one, do number one.
Which in high school, hey, 30 yards is a long field goal.
In high school, that is a very long field goal. It's a little bit of a silver lining for Kenwood here. You know, they had that mistake with the punt earlier in the game. Now they kind of have like a second chance at this. To come down here and get their offense rolling. Let's see if they're going to start passing it or if they're going to continue with that run.
They got 2.5 minutes left. This is where you're going to work your 2-minute, 3-minute offense. So they got to know they only have one timeout. They got to get out of bounds. There's going to be a quarterback keeper by Moss. He stays in bounds for a pickup of about 1 or 2. Nothing much working there.
A lot of traffic in there. Couldn't find a hole, couldn't get through it.
Let's take a look at the replay here.
Just got stopped.
Yeah, it wasn't too much to work with there on that play. Haven't had a bunch of up front push with the Kenwood offensive line. Most of their plays, big plays, have come on outside tosses, outside sweeps, screen passes.
They're looking to get on that edge. They like to run right there, and I think if it works for you, if you're trying to get there and it works, go for it.
I'd like to see them bust one through the interior right here, but probably in this situation they're going to need to pass it. The clock has been winding down as they run it again up the middle, and he's staying on his feet to the 50, and he's got 3 Kenwood tacklers behind her. Kenwood to the 10, the 20, oh, touchdown.
What a
touchdown,
play.
Kenwood Knights. Absolutely monster play. I said I wanted to see a little bit of push up front, and they did just that.
Runs it straight up the gut. A little bit of a trip right there, almost falls down. He just continues running. Almost tangled up.
Trailed by 3 Northwest defenders, but Dante Mayberry takes it to the house. He was one of our players to watch at the beginning of the game. Knew he was going to be a good runner. Absolutely floored it on that play.
He shifted it into third gear.
Exactly. Well, that's a huge momentum boost for Kenwood as they come on here to attempt the extra point. This brought a whole new lively side to that Kenwood stand over there. And the kick is actually no good. The hold was there, but the kick looked as if it was tipped at the line or was just too low lining to even get through. So right. All right, well, your score here at Northwest High School. Your Vikings, 14. Your Kenwood Knights, 6. We'll be right back on APSU-TV. I jacked all that up.
It's all good.
I was like the 10, the 20. I mean the 20. I was trying to say.
One hit high and deep. Back of the end zone. Brown got it. Four drives inside. Put it up. This one swung and missed it.
Now Smith again. Block point Tech.
Nice turnaround by Johnson. Near post. Kick in.
Any place, anytime, find it here. The OVC Digital Network.
And we're back here live at Northwest High School, where your score, your Kenwood Knights 6, your Northwest Vikings 14, but Kenwood with a long touchdown run of about 65 yards with a burst play by Dante Mayberry right up the middle. What a play, right, Jeff?
It was a great play. He just ran it straight up the middle, didn't stop running, kept his head up, was looking at where he was going. had his blockers out in front of him, followed them. It was a great job, great run, and got him 6 points.
So that should give a little momentum and life back to the Kenwood boys here as they're set to kick it off. Moss plays quarterback and a little bit of kicker. It's taken by Northwest at about the 30. Gets up about 5, takes kind of a big hit.
That was a Monte Briscoe on the carry there.
Just trying to take some positive yards out of these short kicks. So we'll start with some decent field position. Excuse me.
Position.
Position, there you go. You've been doing this so long, I forget what words are. So we'll have 1st and 10 for the Vikings here on the 45-yard line. 35-yard line. Let's see if this Kenwood defense can keep that momentum that the offense had. Try to force a quick turnover. There is 1 minute, 19 seconds left before the halftime. Silverstrom hands off the ball to Luna. Gain for about 3 yards, and then he's whipped down by Kenwood defenders.
Here's a replay on that. Just gets tangled up and tackles him.
Not much doing there. Now they're, in their eyes, they're trying to run this clock out, which they will most likely do as this clock winds down, 50 seconds left. Silverstrom in the shotgun. Launches it downfield, but underthrows his receiver and is caught. The quarterback falls down and is all the way down to the 20-yard line. The ball was underthrown.
And he read it. If you watch here, he's going to throw the ball. It's up in the air, and that receiver's going to know. Cuts back, grabs it, and he just continues to run. What an amazing read by that player. He was able to look up at the ball. Notice it wasn't going to reach him.
Darius Clark falling down on that play. Shotgun snap here to Silverstrom. Launches it out to the left side, but in and out of the hands of McClay. Who, remember, McClay had that long touchdown run and hurdle from the first score of the game. That one's in and out of the hands right there. This will bring up 2nd down on the 20-yard line.
34 seconds left. You're in the red zone. You're looking for another touchdown to send this into into your second half here. What are you thinking they're going to run here?
I think that first pass play was almost more of a let's see what we can do. So now that they know they got it, they're going to try to attack the end zone here and try to go up, 21-6 if they can. As they roll out to the left, launches the ball to the end zone, and it's incomplete. Silverstrom's doing a good job rolling out to that left side. Just couldn't quite find his receiver in the end zone. Well covered by the Kenwood defense.
They definitely love those pass plays overall, but they really love those pass plays when they're in the red zone here. They're just trying to throw that ball and loft it straight into their receiver's hands.
So far, both teams preferring and almost favoring the rollout pass. Maybe it has something to do with the arm strength of both quarterbacks. The momentum on the rollout gives you a little bit more oomph behind each pass. So, shotgun snap here to Silverstrom's got Luna coming out of the backfield. Rolls out to his left, trying to find somebody, heaves it. But again, had a man in the end zone, just couldn't quite put the loft on it to connect with him. Ball ended up tumbling into the homecoming fans down there in the end of the end zone.
He had a lot of pressure on him on that one. 3 defenders coming at him from Kenwood. You get a little scared going when you look up and all of a sudden you see 3 guys running towards you.
Yeah, 3 white jerseys in your face is not where you want to be, but he did a good job of getting that ball out of his hands. This will bring up 4th down for Northwest Vikings. I can only assume right now that they are feeling comfortable with their field position to go for it. They have 21 seconds left on the clock. 4th down and about 22-yard line. Silverstrom with the pass all the way to the end zone, and it's caught. Touchdown! Absolutely incredible catch. good throw from Silverstrom.
Look at this. He's going to catch it right there. Make sure he gets 2 feet in. In high school, you only need 1, but he wanted to make sure, so he drops down, gives him 2.
Went up like a basketball player, used his body to block out the Kenwood defender, and came down with the pass. Almost Calvin Johnson-like. Wasn't sure if they were going to count the catch at first, because when he hit the ground, he did lose the ball.
Flag on the play.
Now we're going to have a
late
flag as these refs come out and talk about it. Apparently there's an unsportsmanlike conduct on Kenwood here. At least that's what the referee is insinuating.
Yeah.
Seems to be some confusion on the Kenwood side. Maybe they're missing a player or two. But either way, what a catch.
It was a very nice, it was a wonderful catch, absolutely.
Silverstrom putting the ball exactly where it needed to be. Now Northwest will come on to attempt the PAT. Oh, so correction, the unsportsmanlike was actually against both teams, offsetting penalties, so nothing will happen. A snap here on the PAT. Looks like there's going to be an offsides false start. The kick is up and good, but it looks as if there's a false start. No. Okay. There was quite early movement there on the Kenwood side, but apparently it's good to go.
Great job by the Vikings. They did a great job of getting down the field and getting that last touchdown.
Ask him if you want to know one.
What a job. What can we say about so far the Northwest's offensive line?
The offensive line for Northwest is doing such a good job of protecting their back. You see, they're going out there, they're putting out their blocks, and they're opening up holes for, Luna to get out there and just run straight through, or even Silverstrom to take that ball and just drive it up the field. Even if it's just 1 or 2 yards each play, you're still gaining yardage, and it's making wonders for this team.
Exactly, and Silverstrom looking very comfortable back in the pocket. He does, he has had a little pressure, but that's come a few times more on the rollouts that they've had. He's looking pretty comfortable back there, standing tall in the pocket. I think he's very trustworthy right now of his front 5, and he should be, because those guys are putting on a heck of a show for him tonight.
Absolutely. I even think Silverstrom, he even gets even more comfortable when he steps out of that pocket and he goes onto those rollouts right there. It seems that he loves to just roll out and go get to those outside passes.
Yeah, he loves a little bit more momentum behind him when he's passing. Like I said, it gives you a little oomph on that ball, a little bit more mustard. But we'll be kicking off here with Northwest as they boot that ball downfield. And again, it'll be touched by Kenwood, but bounces off and goes to the back of the end zone. So it'll be called a touchback. So Kenwood will get the ball back here with about 16.8 seconds left.
Northwest, Silverstrom had, walking into this game, he had 364 yards passing. In this game alone, he's had 164 and 3 TDs. That's pretty amazing right there. He's done a great job tonight. Definitely a good job. I know both these teams wanted to come in and prove something tonight. So Silverstrom so far doing a good job through the air. Amonte Moss with the ball for Kenwood, hands it off to his running back. Scampers out to the right side, and out of bounds is Dante Mayberry, excuse me. About a gain of 4 or 5 on the play. Just trying to get to that outside, try to get a couple yardage. 9 seconds left here in the second quarter. Right ready for halftime.
Should be a blue here, but the wrong side.
Not quite sure if they're going to try to just take a kneel and talk about it, if they're going to go for it here. Looks as if
looks like they're going to go for it.
Why not?
Yeah.
Moss in the pistol, hands off to Mayberry.
Runs into
and he'll
traffic.
Be swallowed up. And that'll end the first half of play here at Northwest High School. Your current scores, Northwest Vikings 21, your Kenwood Knights 6. I'm Blake Schneiders here with Jeff Matthews. We'll be back here in just a little bit on APSU-TV.
NCAA Division I FCS football is a game of perseverance, integrity, passion, character, and sportsmanship. As he works to honor the game, every FCS student-athlete grows in his responsibilities as a student and as a member of his campus and community. Dedicated to personal growth and success in the classroom, the NCAA Division I FCS, every down, every day.
The best part about being a member of a Touchstone Energy Cooperative is that it's your Touchstone Energy Cooperative. Learn more about the power of your co-op membership at togetherwesave.com.
Brought to you by Cumberland Electric Membership Corporation, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
Today's game is brought to you by Cumberland Bank and Trust. Cumberland Bank and Trust keeps banking simple with the Edge checking account. The Edge is the only personal checking account that Cumberland Bank and Trust offers and is the only checking account you will ever need. No minimum balance, no monthly fee, plus a free debit card, free online banking with bill pay, and free mobile banking. Check out the Edge at bank@cbt.com or stop in at any of the 5 convenient locations in Clarksville and Montgomery County. Get the Edge. Cumberland Bank and Trust, member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Hey, truck. Can anybody hear me?
Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 47th Annual Northwest High School Homecoming Ceremony. Please direct your attention to the center of the field to meet the newly elected class attendants, class queens, and the 2017 Homecoming King and Queen. The freshman class attendant is Miss Damani Sierra Mary Booker, who is being escorted tonight by Cadet Corporal Casey Kleinhans. Damani is the daughter of Zalonda Barnes. Damani is involved with the Northwest Step Team. After high school graduation, Damani plans to attend school in Maryland to study cosmetology and eventually open her own salon. She also hopes to serve her community and underprivileged youth dealing with mental health issues to create a better community around her. Freshman class attendant, Damani Booker. The freshman class queen is Miss Julianne Page Williams. She is being escorted tonight by Cadet Sergeant First Class Andrew Litkin. Julianne is the daughter of Danielle Williams. Julianne is involved with HOSA and Associated Student Government and plans to be heavily involved while at Northwest. She is also a student in the Health Science Academy. After graduation, Julianne plans to study to become a pediatric physician and a strong and intelligent young woman. She hopes to make a difference with the pediatrics program and develop new medicines and treatments for patients around the world. She also hopes to travel with medicine and bring excellent care to underserved areas. Freshman class queen, Julie Ann Williams. Miss Evelyn Claire Dale is representing the class of 2020 as the sophomore class attendant. Cadet Sergeant Adam Beard has the pleasure of escorting her this evening. Evelyn is the daughter of Mariah Sandstrom and Bill Mattingly. Evelyn is in her second year on the Northwest softball team, her second year as a Northwest Viking lady wrestler, and is in her first year as a member of Future Farmers of America. After graduation, Evelyn plans to attend Michigan State University to become a traveling zoologist and enjoy her love of animals, especially dogs. Sophomore class attendant, Evelyn Dale. The sophomore class queen is Miss Madison Jo King, who is being escorted this evening by Cadet Captain Austin Earl. Madison is the daughter of James and Trina King. Madison is in her second year on the basketball and softball teams and is also a member of Associated Student Government and the Health Science Academy. After graduation, Madison plans to attend college and study nursing with a scholarship in either basketball or softball. After college, Madison hopes to work at Vanderbilt Research Hospital in pediatric oncology. Sophomore class queen, Madison King. The junior class attendant is Miss Peyton Alexandra Dunlap. She is being escorted tonight by Cadet First Sergeant Matthew Lennon. Peyton is the daughter of Kristen and Brandon Dennis. Peyton has been a member of student government for 3 years and served as class president her freshman year and is currently the junior class president. After graduating from Northwest, Peyton plans to attend Middle Tennessee State University and major in forensic science to work in the forensic science field in the future as a career. Junior class attendant, Peyton Dunlap. Miss Eileen Giselle Gutierrez is the junior class queen. Cadet Staff Sergeant Alan Martinez has the pleasure of escorting Eileen tonight. Eileen is the daughter of Claudia Velasquez. Eileen has been a Health Science Academy student for 3 years, in National Honor Society for 1 year, in Beta for 2 years, in Associate Student Government for 3 years, and enrolled in both advanced placement and honors courses. After graduation, Eileen plans to attend Vanderbilt State University to study medicine and become an obstetrician or a nurse practitioner. Junior class queen, Eileen Gutierrez. The senior class attendant is Miss Michaela Azuria McCullen, who is being escorted by Cadet Private Matthew Coronado. Michaela is the daughter of Lisa Hairston and Michael McCullen. Michaela has been a member of Northwest Step Team for 3 years. After graduation, Michaela plans to attend Middle Tennessee State University to study business. After completing college, Michaela would like to open her own daycare and hopefully be able to do what she loves and provide excellent care to others and her own kids. Senior class attendant, Michaela McCullen. Miss Lindsay Catherine Morrison is the senior class queen. She is being escorted this evening by Cadet Staff Sergeant Sean Ferguson. Lindsay is the daughter of Mary Morrison and Alan Wallace. Lindsay has been on the wrestling team for 4 years and was a part of last year's state champion women's wrestling team. She has also been a member of FFA for 3 years and Beta Club for 2 years. After graduation, Lindsay plans to attend college on a wrestling scholarship and earn a bachelor's degree in music education. Senior class queen, Lindsay Morrison. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2017 Homecoming King and Queen are Mr. Javon Austin Greer and Miss Jordan Nicole Copeland. Javon is a senior and is the son of Melanie Greer and Jermaine Siebert. During his time at Northwest, Javon has played baseball for 4 years and has strived to show school spirit and support Northwest in any way that he can. After graduation, Javon plans to attend college and play collegiate baseball. Javon plans to major in physical therapy with a focus on athletes, so if his career in baseball doesn't happen, he will still be able to be around the sport he loves. Your 2017 Homecoming King, Javon Greer. Jordan is also a senior and the daughter of Regina and Brent Avant. Jordan has been a Northwest cheerleader for 3 years and is the current captain of the squad. She has also been a member of the Spanish Honor Society for 1 year. After graduation, Jordan plans to attend Fisk University to study chemistry and then attend dental school at Meharry Medical College with the goal of becoming a cosmetic dentist. And most of all, make her family proud. Your 2017 Homecoming Queen, Jordan Copeland. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the front of the field as our Homecoming King and Queen are crowned. The crown bearers this evening are Mr. Dalen Thomas and Miss Eleanor Jankowiak. Dalen is the son of Lashana and Diedrich Thomas. Eleanor is the daughter of Ashley and Erica Jankowiak. Our 2016 Homecoming King, Deshaun Dell, will crown our Homecoming King. Deshaun is currently in his freshman year at Vanderbilt University. Our 2016 Homecoming Queen, Presley Smith, is currently in New Zealand doing mission work, so she could not be with us this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a round of applause for your 2017 Northwest High School Homecoming Court. Gracias.
Don't miss a snap this season with Inside the Film Room. Head football coach Will Healy goes behind the scenes to give analysis of our previous game and a preview of the next. We'll go in depth with the stories of our governor's student athletes and assistant coaches. That's Tuesdays at 6:30 on APSU-TV and also on Facebook at Let's Go Peay and the OVC Digital Network.
So there you are, shuffling through a stack of resumes and you come to mine. This is it, first impression, my way in. But can my resume show you how I truly stand out? Like that I was studying, going to night school while working 2 jobs just to help my parents pay for groceries. Or being the first one to always step up. No, that's something you just can't put on paper. Look beyond the resume and discover new ways to develop great talent that is dedicated, hardworking, and determined like me.
Welcome to Inside the Film Room. I'm Kristen Ergo alongside head football coach Will Healy. Coach, your team came out and fought Thursday for 60 minutes. What are your thoughts now after watching the film?
Well, really proud of them. You know, I thought we had a chance to win the football game, which is frustrating, and that we had chances. You know, you're down 6 points and you got a chance to drive the field and go take the thing from them. And we've got to learn and take the next step from being competitive to putting the foot on the throttle a little bit more and going to steal one of those victories. But I thought we fought hard. Fun to see some young, new guys put in some really competitive situations and see them respond. I think we've made tremendous improvements on all three aspects: offense, defense, special teams. You know, to me, the penalties, the turnovers, those are things we got to correct. We gave our defense a short field at some times and made life difficult on them, but some really good individual accolades by those guys, and I thought, for the most part, there were a lot of positives we can take forward to next week.
Defensively, let's brag on them. They held the Bearcats to 100 yards, or actually under 100 yards rushing. Talk about the progression you've seen. Finally, on Thursday, the rest of the world has been able to see what you saw in fall camp.
Yeah, I've been really confident in what the next step would be for our defense. I thought that our defense would make the same steps that our offense had made a year ago, and I think that proved in one game, it's just one game, but that we're very capable of being able to do that. So I think we're a lot more talented on the defensive side of the ball. Obviously, you saw those guys inside, Theron Hodges and Jewel Pace and Corey Brown, and you know, that adding more weight. You know, when you're 300 pounds in there versus 205 pounds, it makes it a little bit harder to move. Still think we got to rush the passer a little bit better, get some more pressure on the quarterback. You saw Malik Davis and Cordell Jackson, I thought, played extremely well. Him being a freshman, thrown into that environment, thought he performed extremely well. So I think we got good athletes on that side of the ball, and we got to continue to progress as the season moves forward. If we do, then we'll be a really good defense.
In my post-game interview with you, we talked about the 10 new players that started, but talk about some of your veterans. A couple of guys on defense that kind of stood out to you, Malik Boynton and Gunnar Shalato, those guys. How have they helped those new guys come along defensively?
I think they, you know, especially Gunnar and Malik, have really good understanding of what we want to do on defense. So they've been able to communicate effectively, get us lined up. Obviously, Gunnar's in a position where he's going to make a lot of plays for us. Malik's kind of the backbone of our secondary. So those two guys have been through the ringer a little bit. They understand what's going to be thrown at them. They're not surprised by anything that an offense can do. And they play really hard. So those two guys are extremely important to us on the defensive side of the ball.
Let's talk quarterbacks. You have two of them that played, Javon Craig, Jeremiah Oatsfall. They played in the game. You said in your post-game comments that it was your plan to go 15 to 20 snaps on Oatsfall. So will we see a two-quarterback system, or are we going to have to wait and find out on Saturday?
No, we plan on playing both of them again. And, you know, to me, it was not predicated on what they did, you know, and how the series ended. That was our plan. We needed to stick to it. We know both of them are capable of leading us into the end zone each and every play. If we didn't feel that way, then we wouldn't play them. We felt like Javon was our starting quarterback, and we wanted him to take the majority of the reps. We wanted Jeremiah to get in there 15 to 20 snaps, and it didn't matter what the end result was. So, you know, if that was the case, then Jeremiah would have never gotten a snap because Javon scores, and then we put Jeremiah in. Then Jeremiah scores, and we put Javon back in. That was our plan. We wanted to stick with it. We didn't want any surprises, especially for two young quarterbacks, and it was up to our communication before the game, and we reiterated that point to them, and they both handled it really well.
Let's talk offensively as far as rushing. Fifth straight game now, 200 yards rushing or more. A lot of guys got touches. Did anyone stand out to you as you've looked at the film now?
Kentel Williams is a different back on game day, and you know, I thought with the ball in his hands on Thursday night, he was really good. He looks like he deserves to play at that level. Again, I think we're talented. We're four deep in that room. Trey Nation's coming along. Ahmad Tanner got some good touches. Ran the ball really hard. Obviously, we know Prince is the glue, and what he does is always very consistent. Quarterbacks played well. We got to continue to get the ball in James Coleman's hands. He's dynamic with the ball in his hands. Our perimeter blocking needs to improve on the offensive side of the ball at the receiver position, but we saw, you know, big catch by Garel Samari, and you know, able to get D'Angelo Wilson some reps in there. Big catch by DJ Kadeem looked good. So offensively, I think we've got the weapons there, but the sky's the limit. I think we can be dynamic on offense and not just a little bit inconsistent and show glimpses like we did Thursday. And then defensively, if we shore up our tackling, We gave up too many, yards after contact on Thursday, and we got to make sure when we have chances to get guys on the ground, we do it. When we did it, we were really successful. When we didn't, we gave up 15, 20-yard chunks. We can't do that.
All right, the best is yet to come. Coming up is the Fuse Fireworks Assistant Coach's Corner. We go one-on-one with Wes Satterfield. Stay with us. Welcome back. It's the Fuse Fireworks Assistant Coach's Corner. I'm alongside offensive coordinator Wes Satterfield. Coach, you got your start at some pretty big places. North Carolina, Ohio State. How does that experience help you now as a play caller?
Well, I got lucky early being around some really good coaches. Right out of college, I was a graduate assistant in North Carolina, and then on at Ohio State. Jim Tressel was the head coach at Ohio State, and Butch Davis was at North Carolina. So being around some people like that, just learning from some of the best that's been in college football, and kind of learning from them and developing your own type of style, taking from them things and then putting together your own personal philosophy, I think helped me at an early age.
The latter part of last season, your offense really got in a rhythm. In the last 2 games, you played FBS opponents. You have had a combined 481 yards on the ground. Talk about the progression of your offense.
Yeah, I think our offense has kind of gotten better and better, and then jailed towards the end of last year, and we're trying to look to build on that this season. I think our offensive line played together for a long time and kind of just got to know each other better. And then our running back headroom has developed, and we think we're going to be pretty successful running the football this year. And then our quarterbacks add another development element to the game with the quarterback run game with our dual threat guys back there.
Let's talk quarterbacks. You have 2. Talk about the depth at that position and what you like so far.
Well, Javon ended the season as a starter last year, and he had a pretty good end to the season. He's done really well, and he had a great offseason and kind of took the team under his wing a little bit, and they kind of followed him. And then Jeremiah Oatsfall was a kid we recruited very highly from Brentwood Academy. He's come in and had a great camp, and I think both of those guys are doing great things and can go back and forth and do different things and make the defense prepare for a couple of different dimensions.
Now, I asked this question of Coach West last week. I'm going to ask you the same. What do you want your offense to be known for?
Well, I want our guys to be fast, very well coached. We want to be physical. We want to establish the run game with a bunch of different motions and shifts, trying to keep the defense off guard as much as possible. We have a saying, make the same things look different and different things look the same, and then hopefully generate some explosive plays and play action passes off of that as well.
I have to ask you a personal question. You come from a lineage of coaches. Your dad and your grandfather, Trousdale High School, your dad had 5 state titles in the state of Tennessee. What have you learned from him?
Well, I think the way that they went about the preparation that they did was top notch. They got the kids very prepared and them themselves. They worked very hard, pride themselves on being very well conditioned, very well schematically, and I think it benefited them over the course of their careers.
Has your dad been able to come see you, Coach?
Yeah, being closer now in Clarksville, we're about an hour away from Hartsville, so he makes it over here for most of the scrimmages, and he was at every game last year. He was at Cincinnati last week and plans on coming to Miami this week too.
That'll be a fun one. All right, next up, Bojangles Player Spotlight. This week it's Malik Boynton. Stay with us.
And we're back live here at Esau Lathan Stadium. I'm your host, Blake Schneiders, alongside my trusty man, Jeff Matthews. The score right now is your Kenwood Knights 6, your Northwest Vikings 21 on homecoming night, and what a great homecoming night it's been so far. The fans have been electric. We just got done with some halftime homecoming activities, naming the Queen and the King. What do you want to tell us about so far about the teams in the first half, Jeff?
Well, first of all, I just want to say me and you both were completely wrong when we came into this game. We thought that both teams were going to stay on the ground all night and keep running the ball back and forth. Turns out Kenwood has been predominantly on the ground, but Northwest here has definitely kept the ball in the air for most of the game. They've had, actually all of their plays have been on passing plays, and that is it's huge coming into the second half because I'm curious to see what changes happen with the defense for Kenwood, and if they're going to expect the passing game or if they're going to expect them to change to a run, as well as, you know, Northwest, as you see with Kenwood here, they've been running the ball all night. So are they coming into this second half running the ball or are going to be throwing it? And I'm interested to see how Northwest takes that.
Yeah, like you said, Northwest has done a prolific job passing the football this game, being able to have a gunslinger like Silverstrom who can get back there, stand tall in the pocket, roll out and throw to both the left and the right side. Done a very good job. I am curious, like you said, they are up by 2 scores. It's a 21-6 ball game right now. They've got kind of 2 ways you could play it. You continue to use the dominant offense that you've been using and continue to pass the ball, or as a coach, do you dial it back a little bit and try to get the run game going so you can wind that clock down? You know, there's 2 different ways you can kind of take this. Like you said as well, very interested to see what Kenwood does defensively. Do they know that Northwest is going to continue their passing game? I would like to see them start sending as much pressure as they did in the first quarter. If you remember the first quarter, they had about 2 sacks and 4 hurries right off the bat. And Silverstrom was very shocked and definitely hurried, and he was flustered in the pocket, and you can tell. So I would like to see a little bit more rushing and blitzing out of Kenwood, maybe more 8-man fronts and trying to get some pressure on Silverstrom to really disrupt the role and of that offense.
Right, and I agree with you 100% on that. If they put pressure on Silverstrom, I think it's going to really disrupt this whole entire Northwest offense.
Well, we're getting here set for the second half as Amante Moss kicks off, but it's a squib kick. Very short. Only about to the 32-yard line. So Kenwood not really going, well, both teams actually not really going with deep kicks today. Kenwood's been trying to do a little bit more sky kicking. So has Northwest. A little interesting. You don't see too many high school teams try to do sky kicks as much.
No.
Especially not with the way that their special teams is operating and set up to go around it, but it is a good strategy. We used to run a lot of pooch kicks like that to try to get the ball in the hands of somebody who doesn't normally have it, hoping for a fumble. So, and we've had a few bobbled kickoff returns so far, so they're doing a solid job just trying to look for that, you know, special one to pop out. Northwest will be with the ball here on their own 32-yard line. Silverstrom hands the ball off to Luna, and he fumbles the ball in the backfield. And Kenwood comes away with it.
Wow.
Play number.
That, if you take a look here, he's going to hike this ball, and as soon as he goes to hand it off, he keeps it, but oh, I'm sorry, he doesn't keep it. He actually tries to hand it off, but he thinks that he was supposed to not keep it.
Yeah,
and the ball just falls down to the ground, and Kenwood's going to recover.
Slight miscommunication there. It was a read option play, but it looked as if the quarterback thought he was going to keep it, and the running back thought he was going to keep it. So upon letting go, they both dropped it. Great pickup there by the Kenwood defense. Now they're going to be set up with good field position on their own, or I'm sorry, on the Vikings' 33-yard line. Amante Moss hands off the ball to the right side to Mayberry. Mayberry finding a hole, and he's gone. The 20, the 10, touchdown, Dante Mayberry.
We talked about him earlier today. We talked about him when we started tonight. This man right here, he's going to be a star running back. Here he is. Takes the ball, runs it right to the right side. He's going to cut up, runs into a little bit of trouble, just keeps his head up, keeps running, goes right into the end zone.
Gets a huge hole, great up front blocking from his front 5. Each one got a hat on a hat, and he was able to shimmy his way through for about a 35-yard touchdown. So Mayberry, 2 long touchdown runs, a 65-yarder in last quarter. Now a 35-yarder this quarter. He's starting to find his groove there, isn't he, Jeff?
He is finding it, and I think that's going to make a huge difference here coming up in the next half. So I'm excited to see where this goes. I do believe they're going for 2 here.
Yeah, Kenwood in the 2-point formation. Moss in the backfield, takes the snap.
Oh.
Heads out to the left. He's getting a few blockers on the outside, but he's wrapped up by the Northwest defense. There was plenty of Vikings right there to stop them from that 2-point conversion. So instead of taking the field goal, making it a 13-point ball game, the score currently is 21. Your Vikings, your Kenwood Knights 12. We'll be right back here on APSU-TV.
I know, but that takes me off.
Shuffling through a stack of resumes and you come to mine. This is it. First impression. My way in. But can my resume show you how I truly stand out? Like that I was studying, going to night school while working 2 jobs just to help my parents pay for groceries. Or being the first one to always step up. No, that's something you just can't put on paper. Look beyond the resume and discover new ways to develop great talent that is dedicated, hardworking, and determined like me.
Oh, 65, okay. And we're back here at Northwest High School, where your current score is Northwest Vikings 21, your Kenwood Knights 12. Well, we've had an interesting first start to the second half here.
Very much so.
Kenwood recovers a fumble.
Yeah,
by
Nathan
Northwest.
Thacker got in the backfield there. Or no, it was Kenwood just. Oh, I'm sorry, that was correct. Nathan Thacker recovered the fumble against Northwest, went to the handoff.
Having a good go at it here, was able to score a touchdown. Now we have Kenwood kicking the ball off to Northwest. Northwest receives the ball, runs backwards though as he's trailed by a barrage of Kenwood players, and they're tackled down at about the 15-yard line. There is currently a player down on the field. I hope that young man's okay. Especially on homecoming night and homecoming weekend, you want all these players to go out there as much as they are fiery and want to compete. You want everybody to be safe, especially with this recent push in football to be more safe, to be more tackle conscious, to just make it more of a safety issue and playable for everybody. So we hope that young man is okay down there on the field. Now Northwest will get the ball back about their own 15-yard line. I can only assume with the recent score and submergence of Dante Mayberry for Kenwood that the game plan is going to be about the same for Northwest.
It looks like they're going to keep about the same. I'm excited. This is going to be interesting. We did not expect to come out and have, a fumble happen immediately into like the second half here, and then Kenwood recover and get down to score, get down the field and score.
Exactly. Big momentum shift right off the bat. So Kenwood right now feeling pretty good about themselves. Northwest maybe a little rattled here with that first fumble.
There's a lot of time left in the game. At this point, I wouldn't worry about it too much. You're up 21-12. The worst thing you could do is overthink.
Very true.
You don't want to change anything drastically just because of one bad incident. So I think they're going to take the next couple of plays and see if their plan is still working, and then they're going to see where they need to make those adjustments, and then they're going to go forward with that.
I agree. Adjustments are some of the most crucial things you can do in a football game. You can plan and plan and plan and plan all week, but if you get into the game and they are not running what you planned for, you're going to have to switch it and switch it fast. Well, we're back here. Vikings with the ball. Silverstrom with a short pass out to the left. And there's another flag as there's a late hit coming in on the Kenwood side.
Take a look. Gonna get the ball, run to the outside.
Farrier with the catch there. Remember, he got the touchdown earlier. And there's another player down, so back-to-back plays actually with injured players on both squad. I hope both these young men are okay. Farrier had the catch out there on the left side, made some yardage for himself, but was actually smacked pretty hard as he was exiting out of bounds. And that's what drew the late hit penalty. Unfortunately, he is down, but he's up now.
Is he up and moving?
He's up and moving, so he looks to be fine. I assume he'll have to come out for a play, as the rules state. If you're down and the referees have to stop the game, you do have to come out for a play, the same as losing your helmet. So Coach Richards on the sideline, trying to corral his team, get their head back in the game. It'll be first down and 10 from the 25-yard line.
False start.
Flag on the field.
Yeah, we're going to have a flag down there on the far right.
No, it's going to be encroachment.
Ooh, on Kenwood. We've seen some struggles so far from both of the offensive and defensive line of both Kenwood and Northwest. We had a lot of penalties in the first quarter, a lot of offsides. Haven't seen any really since, so this is kind of the first one. Maybe they're just trying to shake the rust off after halftime.
Absolutely. We saw a large amount of flags in that first half. I'm curious to see if it's going to continue into the second half or if both teams have kind of focused in and knowing what they're doing now.
Luna in the backfield with Silverstrom in the shotgun. Takes the snap, sets up, throws, got a curl open on the left side. The pass is complete to Shatar McClay for a gain of 10 and a first down.
He's going to take the snap, drop back, look left, sees him. He's going to focus on making sure he gets that catch into his hands.
Simple curl route. Good stop down there by McClay. We talked about him earlier having that long, incredible touchdown run. Let's see if they can get the ball back in his hands like it seems like they want to.
Might see the same thing come up to the left side.
If it's working. If it's not broken, don't fix it. Hand off, Silverstrom to the left side. Has a running back. He's swallowed up behind the line.
Here we go. Second down and long, fellas.
Defense knew he was going to go to the left side on that one. They followed him all the way through with it.
Carry on the play for
21 down here.
That was Albert Bennett on the carry for Northwest Vikings. I think that's the first time I've seen his number called in the rushing game today.
Actually, we'll call it no gain. It'll be second and 10.
A gain of no yards. Brings up second down and 10 on the 40-yard line for Northwest. Northwest really favoring this spread offense look. Drops back to pass. Silverstrom had Luna out on the left flank. Was unable to connect with the pass with him. And it seems to be that
I don't want to speculate anything. It looks like he is in a good world of trouble.
Yeah, Luna seems to be the injured player down there as he got tangled up on the sideline. He twisted awkwardly to grab that ball. Hope he's okay as well. Hopefully these injuries don't start piling up as this game goes on. Like I said, we need to keep these players safe. And that's the emphasis that we've been trying to pass around football at all levels, is just the safety of everybody. So his players and the opposing players taking a knee out of respect. Going back to Northwest and Coach Richards, they are favoring that spread offense. Like I said, Coach Richards ran that offense at Austin Peay. I know that offense very well. He's done a good job of translating, like we said, we talked about him wanting to run the ball so much. He's done a very good job of passing the ball and spreading it to different receivers and catching his running back out of the backfield with Luna. So they've done a very good job of spreading the ball around.
Absolutely. And they've done even a great job of running the ball on those short few plays that they have. So, they're getting the ball out to the left side, and they're getting it up the middle.
So we'll have third down and 10 right here for Northwest. Number 14 was in the backfield there, Isaiah Hall, but the play is blown dead. It'll be a
looks like it's going to be
false start on the offense. It was back them up 5. So now you got about a third and long with third and 15 here. In these third and long plays, earlier Northwest had about a third and 30, and now they got a third and 15. It really shrinks your playbook to what you can call. The farther you get back on these third downs, you can't call a draw play up the middle if you know that you got to get 20 yards.
Right.
So it really kind of limits that and helps the defense because they know you can only call so much. So Silverstrom with the shotgun snap has a guy over the middle, but unable to complete it.
And there's also going to be another flag on the field. It's going to be on Northwest. I'm not sure what the call was.
It's on them.
Could be holding.
I'm watching. They ain't seen nobody.
Oh, correction. It was actually chop block.
Oh.
You don't see that too much
Okay, here we go.
being called by the referees,
I
but
haven't seen that called in a while, to be honest with you.
right, now chop block is you hit an engaged player below the knees and taking them out, which is illegal. Again, that goes back to the safety protocol. You want to keep these players' knees healthy. You can't go diving into players while they're engaged with other players into their knees. That'll be harmful. So 4th down here, Northwest is going to go ahead and punt. And they get the punt off, and it tails out of bounds. Not very much on this punt. Refs being a little lenient there, though.
5.
Giving them some solid yardage. Yeah, correction, he moved up. That punt didn't go probably more than 20 yards. So Kenwood will start this possession on their opposite side of their 50. Already closing in on Viking territory.
Here comes Kenwood. I'm really excited to see the second half, like we talked about earlier, Dante Mayberry. He's had a lot of yards this game, and he's done a great job running the ball the whole game.
About 113 yards on the ground, 2 touchdowns, 2 very long touchdown runs. Moss takes the snap, hands it off to Mayberry. Mayberry bounces outside to the left.
Oh, he's got a hole.
Puts on the speed and goes out of bounds at about the 35-yard line, but he showed a little get up and go right there as he tried to skedaddle out to the left side.
Enough to move the chains here. Here he goes, going to cut to the left. He's just going to run straight to that outside, and he's going to run out of bounds, get as many yards as he can.
Good blocking on the outside by his receiver, number 18, Kavarius Moody. Doing a good job of blocking on the outside. Even though these receivers are seldomly used, they are much impact in the pass or in the run game. Moss, another handoff to Mayberry. 0 gain right there.
I think Northwest has finally, said, look, they're going to give the ball to Mayberry. Let's target him 9 times out of 10 here. So finally, I think they finally figured out, there's a rhythm to this. And so now that they've kind of gotten that under control, I wonder if they're going to continue to hand that ball off.
Yeah, the Vikings realize that they're shutting down the pass game, so they know that Kenwood's going to rely on the run game. So I think they are targeting Mayberry in the backfield. Moss almost surprised by the snap, but he hauls it in. But Mayberry breaks through the correction. Not Mayberry, that'd be Kai Braxton.
I don't think we've seen him all game today.
Yeah, that's the first carry there for the senior, Kai Braxton. But he jolted through the line right there.
Where has he been all night? Gets through a couple tackles, and he just gets him a bunch of yards, puts him right next to the goal.
Great change of pace there for the Knights as they give Mayberry a little break. Braxton showing some speed. Let's see if they give it back to him here. It'll be 1st down and 10 on the 20. They give it back to him. He cuts it outside, and he's got some room, and he's running. Tackled at about the 2-yard line. Fought his way past a few would-be tacklers. It was hard to see from this far side, but
if you look closely, it looked like he almost got to the pylon here. It looks like they're going to mark him about on the 2-yard line. Avoids the tackle right there, continues to fight for it.
Almost looked as if he scored, but they held him just at the 1-yard line. So now Kenwood on the goal line in their own red zone with the quarterback sneak up the middle.
A couple of players saying there's a touchdown.
Amonte Moss took the quarterback sneak under center and jolted forward, and that'll be a touchdown.
Send Darius for Moody.
So just like that, Kenwood is back in this game.
And now you consider what needs to get changed. What do we need to adjust here? Because you just went from 6 to 21, and they just scored 2 touchdowns, and you're at 21 to 18.
Bound to be 19 unless they go for 2 here, which it
looks like they are right here.
Yeah, it looks like they will go for 2. try to make up for that one that they missed earlier. Try to make this a 20-21 ball game, and like I said, momentum has swung big time. Moss hands to Mayberry to the right side. He's got plenty of room as he waltzes into the end zone for a touchdown, or for the extra point, excuse me. So they pick up that extra 2 right there. This makes this ball game a 20-21 game.
And just like that, they're back in this game as if they weren't even down points at all this whole entire time.
Here at Northwest Stadium, it is 21. Your Vikings 20. Your Kenwood Knights. We'll be right back here on APSU-TV.
Welcome to Inside the Film Room. I'm Kristen Ergo alongside head football coach Will Healy. Coach, your team came out and fought Thursday for 60 minutes. What are your thoughts now after watching the film?
Well, really proud of them. You know, I thought we had a chance to win the football game, which is frustrating, and that we had chances. You know, you're down 6 points and you got a chance to drive the field and go take the thing from them. We've got to learn and take the next step from being competitive to putting the foot on the throttle a little bit more and going to steal one of those victories. But I thought we fought hard, fun.
And we're back here live at Esau Lathan Stadium. I'm Blake Schneiders alongside my partner, Jeff Matthews. Your score right now is 21. Your Vikings, your Kenwood Knights, 20. As the Kenwood kicks off to the Vikings. They take the ball and run it out at about the 45. So the Vikings will start this possession. They have to be a little nervous there, Jeff. They've given up 2 back-to-back scores. It was a 6-21 ball game. Now it's a 20-21 ball game. What would you do if you were Vikings right here?
All right, if I'm the Vikings here, it's not going well. You know, they came out with the second half, and their strategy for this, I think they tried to keep it the same, and they didn't change much over through halftime. I think they're going to go out here and they're going to try to throw the ball a little bit more, but it's not working. But yeah, I feel like that's where they think that their strong suit is. See, you have number 8 down there for Northwest, Isaiah Ferrier, and they've targeted him a lot tonight, and I think you should watch for him to receive the ball a lot more.
Yeah, I would like to see the ball thrown to Isaiah's way a little bit more. I'd like to see a lot more pounding right now of Luna for the interior run game. As Silverstrom takes this shotgun snap, dumps it out to his running back in the right flat, but unable to haul it in. He had number 14, Isaiah Hall, out there. We've seen him used a little bit here in the second half, trying to get some fresh feet out there in the offense, trying to get some fresh faces, trying to really shake it up. They're sticking with this pass game. They're really liking these running back, swings right now. But I was liking, when they were attacking downfield, they had 2 or 3 very long pass plays. Even their screenplay worked pretty well.
We haven't seen a long pass in a while. I want to know what would happen if either one of these teams just decided to throw one up, and we might see one here soon.
Especially with Kenwood right here playing cover 3. Silverstrom gets the ball, hands it off to Hall for a tackle, or for a gain of 1, but could have been nothing. So that'll bring up 3rd down for Northwest. 3rd down at about 13. Like I said earlier, we talked about these 3rd and long plays. A little difficult. It shrinks your playbook a little bit more for what you can and can't do.
Absolutely.
That carry was Isaiah Hall.
So Hunter Silverstrom leading this Vikings offense as the quarterback in the backfield. 2-3 spread out to the right. Standing tall in the pocket. Looking. Great defense by Kenwood.
But there's going to be a flag on the play by the quarterback. They might be roughing the passer.
Oh, good call there. Number 15, Johnson for Kenwood, came up and played great defense over the middle for that crossing route. Unfortunately, there was a late hit call on Hunter Silverstrom, the quarterback for the Vikings, and that will push them up for an automatic 1st down. Tough play to have happen here, Jeff, especially when you do come up and make a big, huge 3rd down stop. you know, that's kind of demoralizing at this point, but Kenwood is playing good defense right now. They're going to come back, and they got to recollect themselves for this next set of downs.
Absolutely. I'm excited.
Doubles.
Vikings in shotgun formation.
I'm expecting a pass.
And you're right, you are. Dish out to the right side again. Couldn't quite connect with his receiver.
Looked like he kind of rushed that throw right there. He wanted to get the ball really quick to his receiver, but he kind of went a little almost too fast and didn't make eye contact with his target and just threw it a little too far.
Yeah, skied it a little to the right. He had McClay out there in the flat running a screen pass. Was unable to hook up with him, so it'll bring up 2nd down and 10 on about the 50. Northwest trying to take advantage of some good field position and some good luck on the late hit penalty on the quarterback. Back in the shotgun. Silverstrom sacked in the backfield.
That was Kenwood's number 51. It's going to be Mario Borum with a great tackle.
And he burrowed his way back into that backfield and absolutely smashed
Textbook
Hunter
tackle.
Silverstrom.
Kept his head up, wrapped him around, and just took him to the ground.
Big defensive lineman with a big defensive play right there. As I mentioned, I wanted to see Kenwood put a little pressure on Northwest this upcoming halves, and that's exactly what it looks like they're doing.
Here it comes. Here it comes. Here it comes.
Silverstrom.
Another pass.
In the backfield. Out to the left. Has the receiver who makes the catch on the sideline. And that'll be Isaiah Ferrier with the catch.
They going. Hey, we get the ball. We going pro.
Gain of 7 on the play.
It'll be a gain of 7, but it will not be enough for a first down. Now they are on their side of the 40.
Man, they're going to bring out the punt team.
Yeah, but they are bringing out the punt team right now. Unable to pick up that first down. Kenwood hungry right now. Their rushing game is on fire. Back to receive this punt. We have Darius Clark. Had a fumble earlier in the game, but has showed some potential. Ball bounces and he picks it up. Gains about 20 yards and is pushed out of bounds with a late flag coming in at the very end of the play.
Looks like he got a flag as he was going out of bounds. I wonder if someone hit him after he stepped out.
As we wait on the call from the referee. I thought he was going to let that ball bounce, but Clark did a very good job of waiting till the Northwest defender came to get him, and then picked that ball up and actually gained about 20 yards before stepping out of bounds. So put them back in good field position. As of right now, it seems there was a block in the back on the play though, so those yards he did gain will be tacked off, about 10 of them, which will bring up 1st and 10 from about the 18-yard line for the Kenwood Knights. Kenwood, like we said, eager to run the ball again. They've flipped this momentum. It is, playing somebody on homecoming night is also scary, so you want to come out and absolutely win. So Moss with Kenwood for the handoff to Mayberry.
Looks like
swallowed up in the backfield.
Yeah.
All the Vikings on the front of the ship.
Looks like when he got the ball there, he went to run and someone grabbed him, got tangled up, and he just couldn't go anywhere else. Just was taken down.
A big cluster right there of offensive and defensive linemen, and the hole was nowhere to be found. This will bring up 2nd down and about 12, as there was a loss of 2 on the play. I'm sorry. Correction, there was that penalty earlier. So 2nd down and 12. Kenwood staying with a steady run game. Mayberry in the backfield. Braxton actually at quarterback. As he hands off, it almost looks like a miscommunication on Kenwood's part. Wasn't sure who he was handing the ball off to there. but was swallowed up in the backfield nonetheless.
He tries to run. Braxton looking for a block. He kind of blocks him into the runner.
They had a Monty Moss out on the outside trying to play receiver, but there was too much confusion on that play. That'll bring up third down. These Vikings fans are getting wild here. The stadium again is rumbling underneath my feet. This is a huge third down play for them. Kenwood trying something a little tricky right there, but I think they got a little confused as who they were handing the ball off to, seeing as Kai Braxton was actually playing quarterback instead of a Monty Moss.
Kenwood's going to take a timeout here.
That'll be their first of this quarter. The score right now is Northwest Vikings 21. The Kenwood Knights 20. We'll be right back here on Austin Peay TV. Correction, we're going to keep it here instead. Well, this will be a big momentum play here if the Vikings can hold them.
If the Vikings hold them, it's gonna be a definite momentum change here. I think Vikings will probably take the momentum back, and they're probably gonna keep it heading down the field and probably score another one before this quarter ends. I'm really curious to see what happens if Kenwood can actually get the first down here. Let's say they get the first down, that changes the momentum up a lot, because then that just gives them fuel to then hype up and drive down the field.
This is very, very close game. Two high competing teams performing at high levels. You could cut the tension with a knife, Jeff.
A butter knife at that.
Exactly. Moss with the ball, tosses it out to the left side, got a screen pass. Breaks a few tackles, but does not get to the first down. So Kenwood will come up short on this third down play. Great effort, but unable to come up with the first down.
Went for the screen play, throws it out to the left, and just couldn't find a hole. Breaks a tackle.
Big number 72 out there, Bradley Kyle. Offensive lineman was trucking downfield. If only they could follow their blockers. Unfortunately, they did not get it, so that'll bring up fourth down. That'll make Kenwood punt the ball. Oh, and it'll be a fake. And he takes off to the left side, trying to pick up a first down, and it looks like he's going to, as he dives out of bounds.
It looks like they're going to mark him a little bit before the first down. And that's going to be a turnover on downs.
Oh, great. A surprising fake punt call. We all thought he was punting it. Kenwood player took off to the left side, had a lane, and when he jumped out of bounds, it looked like he crossed that pylon, but apparently he stepped out at about the 20, 30-yard line. So, great effort, but couldn't quite haul on that first down. But very surprising. Did not expect them to go for a fake punt.
I did not expect that at all. I'm really, this opens a lot of doors out for Northwest. And we're going to see how they react to that and how they, adjust some things if they think that they need to adjust them. And we're going to see them come out with an offense. I think it's probably going to be predominantly a run game.
Yeah, again, Luna is out there on the field at the moment. I'd like to see them get the ball to him, but knowing Richards, he's probably going to want to look for Isaiah Ferrier, number 8, in the end zone. He is 6'3". That's a big body to be playing with. Hand off to the running back out of the backfield. Pickup of about 2.
That was a good job right there. He grabbed the ball and went straight ahead.
Handed it off to his running back right here. Haven't seen too much of Albert Bennett tonight. He had a carry last possession, trying to get him a little bit more touches this possession. As he comes off the field now and is replaced by Luna. Luna's had some great runs already today. I'd like to see them get him the ball a little bit more. He's been a good inside running back. As they hand the ball off to here, but he's sheds a tackler, but he is swallowed up by the Kenwood defensive line. That Kenwood defensive line and those linebackers have been doing a heck of a job today.
So now you've run 2 running plays. Do you go on 3rd down? Do you go for that throw?
3rd and 7.
21 is out. No, 33. Here we go.
I think at this point we'll have 3rd down and 7. I think you almost have to stick with what you've been doing good, and that is the pass game. They haven't done as many rollout passes as they were in the first half. I'd like to see him roll out to the left side here and try to get somebody open, or even find Ferrier in the end zone on a go route. They will roll out here to the left side, and he's got a receiver deep, and he's in his hands but out as he hits the ground. No flags in the area, so good play on both sides of the ball.
What an effort by Hunter Silverstrom. He rolled out just like you said, ask and you shall receive. Rolled out to the left, went for the throw. Just couldn't come up with the catch there. He tried to make a diving catch. It just kind of touched his fingertips a little bit.
Silverstrom was trying to find McClay on a corner route to the end zone. Just out of his reach. It hit him in the fingertips, but not able to corral that ball, and that'll bring up 4th down. A tricky position right here. You're really not so far where you can punt it, but it's probably longer than you want for a field goal, so they're almost forced to go for it, Jeff.
Yeah, I agree. You kind of have to go for it here. It's 4th and 7.
As there is a flag on the play here. We'll see what the...
No, timeout.
Timeout, actually, on Northwest.
I think that's going to be Northwest's 2nd timeout of the game, or for the second half.
So they'll have 1 remaining.
I envy y'all. I got a degree in radio television. Oh, yeah. Never got to call it like that, though. That's supposed to sound fun. It's fun, too, but we go to school with someone.
So it'll bring up 4th down. Coach Richards talking to his players right now, getting them corralled around the ball, trying to figure out what exactly they want to do. Wasn't too comfortable with that last play call after seeing the defense set up. Kenwood coming out, matching them in every formation, so had to reconsider. You don't want to send your quarterback out there, especially in a 4th down situation, with a play that you don't think you're going to be able to run.
Right.
If he gets flustered, don't just have him run it. Go ahead, call the timeout, get him to audible, get him to do something, because you don't want to be put in a position where you're going to run a play that not everybody's on the same page about.
Absolutely.
Luna in the backfield here with Silverstrom. Silverstrom in the pocket with the shotgun pass. Heaves it deep. Almost one-handed. But dropped. He was looking for McCray again.
That's going to be a turnover on downs.
Man, he put that ball on the money, and they almost had a crazy one-handed catch, but McClay.
Yeah, I thought he was going to come down with it. Just couldn't reach it with that one hand up in the air.
Almost Odell Beckham-like. Couldn't quite haul that in. Guarded by 2 defenders, but almost great play. So that'll put the ball back in Kenwood's hands. They'll start this drive from the 25-yard line with a run to the left side. It'll be tackled down for either no gain or a loss of 1.
Keep Bubba in. Keep Bubba in for 1 more. All right, play 23.
This game now very heated. Both teams competing at a high level. Was a one-sided game for a second. It was 6 points by the Knights, 21 by the Vikings. Now it's 20-21, and it's anybody's game.
And Kenwood has the ball, and they might just march down this field right here and score and put their team up ahead for the first time tonight.
I expect Dante Mayberry to be very hungry to get this ball as Moss rolls out to the left side.
And he'll keep it.
Almost Mike Vick-esque. As he avoids the first 2 defenders, picks up a few yards.
It looked like he almost lost the ball on that play. I thought he did. He kept it.
Tucked it just at the last second before hitting the ground.
Rolls out, looking for the pass, doesn't see anything, tucks it. Right here is where I thought he lost it.
Got to do a better job of keeping that ball high and tight. If one thing college coaches will harp on is letting that ball hang out here. The older you get, the more it will get punched out. Those guys know how to get that ball out. So good job there. He didn't lose the ball, but definitely got to keep that ball high and tight. It'll be third down here for Kenwood. Third and short with 3rd and 5. 2 receivers out to the left. Motions to the left, but there's a flag on the play.
They gotta see you as you fall.
It's against Kenwood. Makes it 3rd and 10.
That penalty's going to be on Kenwood.
This is your down on your feet.
I think it was a 5-yard penalty. I'm not sure what the call was on that.
I'm going to say it was off or a false start on that motion that they had. Well, 3rd down is huge here as Moss takes a shotgun snap, heaves it deep. It's lofted in the air and up and catches it. Kenwood comes down with the ball. Darius Clark with the catch. It almost felt like that ball hung up there forever.
It definitely felt like it. You know, I wasn't sure if he was going to throw the long bomb. He kind of set it back, and then he went for it. Threw it a little short. Receiver just kind of took another, slowed down his run and took a step forward and came up with the catch. Great job by Kenwood. We haven't seen them throw the ball much.
That'll be a first down for him. So Moss with a new set of first down, hands off to the right. Gain of about 4 on the carry as the tacklers come crashing down about midfield.
I think that's Braxton out there that just made that run. Great job by him. He's doing a great job tonight.
He's kind of come out of nowhere here in the second half. Number 3, Kai Braxton. But he's shown some speed since being on this field. He's back there right now with Marvell Gallen. Hand off to the right side.
Braxton again.
Back to Braxton, but a big tackle. Oh, what a tackle by the Vikings cornerback. Don't quite have the name on that, but what a huge hit.
That's going to bring up the end of the 3rd quarter.
That was DeQuarius Maddox. The cornerback for the Vikings came in and laid the boom on.
It was a big hit, definitely.
As time winds down here in the 3rd quarter, we are migrating into the 4th quarter, guys. And we are here at Northwest High School. Your score, your Vikings 21, your Kenwood Knights 20. We'll be right back here on APSU-TV.
Don't miss a snap this season with Inside the Film Room. Head football coach Will Healy goes behind the scenes to give analysis of our previous game and a preview of the next. We'll go in depth with the stories of our Governor's student athletes and assistant coaches. That's Tuesdays at 6:30 on APSU-TV and also on Facebook at Let's Go P and the OVC Digital Network.
I'm your host, Blake Schneiders, alongside my trusty cohort, Jeffrey Matthews. Well, it'll be 3rd down here for the Kenwood Knights as they're just over midfield, the 47-yard line. 3rd down and short. Big 3rd down play coming up. Gives it to the running back.
That's
Dante Mayberry. And he scuffles his way up for a first down. About a gain of 10 on the play. What do we see here, Jeff?
Well, you see him just going to run right up the middle here. He's going to follow those blockers just like I said earlier, and he's just going to get as many positive yards as possible.
Mayberry does a very good job of keeping his pads low to the ground. He's been able to run over almost every first tackler because he just doesn't go down. He keeps those feet driving, and he keeps his pads low, keeps that center of gravity where it should be. So he's done a fantastic job tonight as we have a stoppage of play here on the field before the play goes. We'll see what the referee says.
I want to take this technical timeout to remind you that it's 4th quarter.
Apparently there was just a problem with the clock, but it's all good now. A slight technical timeout. But we're ready to go here. It'll be first down for the Kenwood Knights on the 40-yard line.
High snap.
Catch runs out to the right side. Moss does, and is tackled, but not before he gains 3 yards. It was a high snap initially, but he was able to corral it. Scrambled out to the right side.
You know, sometimes when you get those high snaps, it's really hard to recover from those because you get those high snaps and then you come back down and all of a sudden you got defenders in your face and you got to make a decision really fast whether you're just going to take it and run with it or you're going to try to make something
Exactly.
happen.
That high snap can disrupt an entire play's timing right off the bat.
Absolutely.
So he was able to do a good job there. Hands it back off to Mayberry here. Mayberry very patiently hurdles a defender and gains another 10 yards. So Mayberry almost looking like Le'Veon Bell out there, the way he's hiding behind his offensive lineman, kind of scooting along, and then he pops out like you do here and hurdles the defender and gains another 5 yards.
But now we're sitting here with 21-20 Northwest, and yet Kenwood is inside the 30. You know, earlier in this game it was 6-21, and now the game is completely different.
Kenwood already charging back. Just outside the red zone. They're on about the 27-yard line. Moss hands the ball back off to Mayberry to the right. Mayberry again patiently waiting and trucking these defenders as he gains another 15 yards. Mayberry getting those feet rolling, isn't he, Jeff?
He's just doing a great job in general. He's finding the holes and he's just following his blockers into them. And then on that one, you know, he let Northwest grab the hold of him, but he didn't stop his feet. He just kept running with his feet. And eventually that made Northwest push him forward even more and got him even more yardage.
Dragging these Vikings defenders behind him one by one. Moss is under center here with the I formation. Hands off to Mayberry again, and he's got some room out there on the left side, and he trucks a player, and he's down at the 4-yard line, maybe even closer. Oh, correction, that's a touchdown.
Yep, he actually got it into the end zone.
I was looking at the back pylon there, Jeff, but Mayberry tumbles his way in for a goal line score, and all of a sudden it's 26-21.
That was amazing.
And they're going to go for 2.
Mayberry just grabbed the ball and ran straight to the left side, found a hole, and just took it to the corner.
Patient running by Dante Mayberry as Moss does a quarterback keeper and waggles out to the right side, almost
what a great
like an
job.
old Denver Broncos quarterback sweep.
He grabbed the ball, took the snap, and he just went straight to the right and faked it to Mayberry, and I feel like Northwest was actually anticipating that, and that's why this probably worked so well. And then when Moss took it to the right side, they didn't know what to think of it.
Well, your score here, shocking as it is, it's 28 to Kenwood Knights. Your Northwest Vikings, 21. We'll be right back here on APSU-TV.
Hit high and deep. Back of the end zone. Brown got it. 4 drives inside. Put it up. This one swung and missed it.
Now Smith again. Block point Tech.
Nice turnaround by Johnson. Near post. Kick in.
Any place, anytime. Find it here. The OVC Digital Network.
And we're back here live at East South Latham Stadium as we've had a pretty crazy game here tonight, Jeff. It started as a one-side turn with Kenwood being down 6-20 or 21. Now they've fought their way back to be up 28-21. They've completely stonewalled Northwest this entire second half.
It has been a wild ride, definitely. Northwest has not been able to score at all this second half, and Kenwood's defense has done a great job of shutting down their runs and their pass plays. And then you also have to talk about Mayberry. He's doing a great job. He has 77 yards in rushing, doing a wonderful job.
77 yards on that last drive for sure, with the majority of the carries. He's got about 120 something on the night, or 177 yards on the night, excuse me. He's also given himself 3 touchdowns, 2 touchdowns.
I think it was 2 touchdowns.
2 touchdowns.
2 touchdowns. But still, wonderful performance by Mayberry.
Wonderful performance, showing how dominant of a runner he can be.
You were talking earlier how he was holding the ball. He just tucks it in and runs, never stops moving his legs, and eventually he just carries another 3 or 4 yards after contact.
So we'll be back here with the Vikings taking possession, taking field position over at the 37-yard line, their own 37-yard line, that is. Got Luna in the backfield for Silverstrom. A little bit of emotion, but a screen pass out to the right-hand side.
And a mean stiff arm at the end of that. I'm really curious as to see what Northwest is going to do. I wonder if they're going to try to switch it up every play. Are they going to throw a pass and then go for the run on the next one?
The Vikings threw a little motion in there beforehand. It could have been flagged by the refs for offsides, or a false start actually, but the refs seemed to let it go, so the play stayed standing.
Second and 3.
Hunter Silverstrom in the pistol, showing some motion again as he hands off to the left side to Luna, but Luna is swallowed up by those Kenwood defenders. On the tackle was Mario Borum. He had a huge sack earlier on Silverstrom, showing his dominance on that defensive line.
It'll be 3rd down and 1.
So there's the run. It's now 3rd down and 3. I see a pass coming up. I feel like that would be a strong thing for Northwest to do.
Yeah, Northwest still hasn't been able to get that running game clicking like Kenwood has. Probably going to try to go back to their strength, which is passing. I can expect a slant route here on the bottom, or maybe a little dig pass just like they did previously. There is 9 minutes left in the 4th quarter. Still a close ball game, 21-28. Kenwood Knights are up 21. As this clock ticks down on homecoming night here at Northwest High School. Now you see Northwest under center for right now, but they take it out to the right with a quarterback sneak. Oh, what a play as he's pushed out of bounds, but not before he gains 20 yards on a quarterback sneak that looked as if it was almost going to be like Tom Brady just pushing behind the line. He did a little fake, took it right out to the right side.
It was wonderful. No one in the whole stadium expected that to happen. Everyone saw him go straight in, and they expected him to just go for that QB sneak, and he just took it to the whole right side. No one followed him, and so he had a whole room left open. He ran as far as he could, and then he was finally stopped outside.
Yeah, wide open there on the right side as they pick up a new set of downs. They'll be about the opposing 37-yard line. Moving into scoring territory, Hunter Silverstrom takes the snap, chucks the ball. He's had a receiver open, but great play. Good defensive play by Christian Taylor, excuse me. Got his hand in there, was able to swat the ball out and laid the boom.
Isaiah Ferrier. Broken up on the play.
That'll bring up 2nd down for the Vikings.
Correction, Christian Taylor broke up the play.
Hey, this is a 21 play.
Again, homecoming on the line for Northwest.
This is a 21 play.
A win right here will make that Saturday dance a lot happier.
Absolutely.
But it's a tough game so far against Kenwood, a tough Kenwood team that was down, but they were not out. Silverstrom hands off to Luna, and again swarmed by Kenwood defenders in the backfield. This Kenwood offensive line, or defensive line, and linebackers are putting on a heck of a performance here in the second half.
They have, and they've stopped the majority of Northwest plays.
Mario came out.
And Northwest, I think, is struggling to figure out what plays are working and which plays are not. And so I think it's making this whole second half much harder for them.
Yeah, exactly. It looks like, Northwest, who we thought was, offensively sound in the beginning of the game, is now struggling and trying to backtrack, when Kenwood, who was looking the opposite in the beginning, is now being a run powerhouse. A little switch up of momentum here and almost a turning of the tables. As Silverstrom hits an out route out to the left side, finds his tight end for a gain of about 5.
Let's see what they're going to do.
That was 3rd down, so this will bring up 4th down and short. as he was able to find number 6, Albert Bennett.
And Hunter Silverstream is actually going to stay out on the field. They're going to go for it here.
Decided to put their trust in their offense here in the fourth quarter.
Not sure I agree with that. There's a lot of game left to play.
Is a lot of game left to play.
Oh, and there's a flag on the play.
And another flag.
Flag on the play.
As we wait for the officials to signal the penalty. Looks as if they're going to get a free pass here, or close to it. They marked the ball real close to that first down. I don't know if they're going to give them that or not. No, it looks like they're going to go ahead and say it's fourth down and probably inches.
Hey, 33's in. It's a run. Trips.
They're bringing in their tight end,
Hey, Darius got to look for the
Javis Pedro. He is heavily used on run plays, so watch him to give the ball to Luna. It is short and 4th and inches. Silverstrom in the pistol. Takes a snap, hands it to Luna. Right up the gut. And they get the first down. Kenwood put up a good fight, but they were able to pick up that first down for the Vikings. And they will get a brand new set of downs here, rolling into their own territory.
Like I've said, I think the little things have huge impacts on the game. I think that penalty that we just saw, not the play before that one, I think that changed a lot because that gave them a lot less yardage that they had to go through. And now that they've got the first down, that's going to change a lot because now are we going to see a touchdown here or are we going to see another turnover?
Exactly. Turnovers have been a problem in this game so far. That's pretty much what shifted the momentum for Kenwood in the first place to come back like they have. Hunter Silverstrom, the quarterback for the Vikings, in the pocket, throws a deep pass to the right side, and it's caught in the back of the end zone, double covered by Kenwood. Holy moly, what a catch by Shatar McClay.
Here's the throw, throws it up to the corner, a hope and a prayer, and he comes up and he grabs that ball, brings it straight down. What an amazing job by that receiver right there. Hats off to him. That takes talent.
That takes tremendous talent. Double covered in the corner of the end zone. Had to turn around back to the ball, but was somehow able to find it, get his eyes on it, high point it, and bring it down into the end zone for a touchdown. Now they'll come out here for the extra point. Snap is down. The kick is up. And it is good. So, just like that, we have a tie ball game, folks. 28 Kenwood Knights, 28 Northwest Vikings, and we'll be right back here on Austin Peay TV.
Don't miss a snap this season with Inside the Film Room. Head football coach Will Healy goes behind the scenes to give analysis of our previous game and a preview of the next. We'll go in depth with the stories of our Governor's student athletes and assistant coaches. That's Tuesdays at 6:30 on APSU-TV and also on Facebook at Let's Go Peay and the OVC Digital Network.
And we're back here at Austin Peay, at Northwest High School, where we have had a quite a crazy and unbelievable game so far.
We have.
It was 21-6, the Vikings in the beginning of the game. Now in the second half, Kenwood stormed back, was able to get up 28-21, and now the Vikings, with the help of their star wide receiver, Shatar McClay, have fought their way back to the tie ball game 28-28 with about 6:55 left.
That's a lot of game left here in football. You never know what's going to happen. So I'm really, really curious to see how the Northwest defense comes out against Kenwood here after what had just happened.
The Vikings with the deep kick, taken by Darius. Clark, as he makes his way up to the 30-yard line.
25, it's a 6 for the O-line. 6 for the O-line. Hey, one of y'all is fading out.
Tie ball game. Clock winding down. There's about 6 minutes and 47 seconds left. There's two ways you could go about this, Jeff. You can, if you're Kenwood, Knowing the strength of your run game,
First and 10.
do you try to run the clock out and be the last person to score? Or do you want to score quick?
If I'm Kenwood, I'm running the ball to run the clock out.
I agree.
I think their run game has been phenomenal tonight, and I think DeMonte Mayberry has been on point tonight, and I think they need to use that.
Speaking of Mayberry, gets the handoff to the right side, has a huge lane, and nobody's touching him. To the 50, the 40, the 30, the 10, 5. Touchdown!
Wow.
Touchdown, Dante Mayberry. I guess that answered our question right there.
I was about to say.
Is it going to be quick or slow? And they made it as quick as they could on the first play, taking it about 70 yards for a touchdown, Jeff.
Incredible. Incredible. It's like you say his name and he appears.
That's about the second time he's done that tonight. We've been talking about Mayberry, and he gets the ball and does something phenomenal with it.
Great job. Great run. You can't ask for anything better than that.
What a good play to start this possession for Kenwood. They are really finding the groove with Mayberry. That's his third touchdown of the game.
Looks like they're going to go for 2.
Hopefully there's some college scouts in the stands tonight, because Mayberry, I promise you, will be looked at.
Oh, absolutely.
The speed, the power, the tenacity to just continue to run over defenders. As they get the ball back to him here on a 2-point conversion, as he scoots his way in, but I'm not sure, and he's in. Good job there by Mayberry, squiggling his way through. Wasn't sure if he was going to make it. But your score here at Northwest High School, the Kenwood Knights, 36. The Northwest Vikings, 28. We'll be right back here on APSU-TV.
So there you are, shuffling through a stack of resumes, and you come to mine. This is it, first impression, my way in. But can my resume show you how I truly stand out? Like that I was studying, going to night school while working 2 jobs just to help my parents pay for groceries. Or being the first one to always step up. No, that's something you just can't put on paper. Look beyond the resume and discover new ways to develop great talent that is dedicated, hardworking, and determined like me.
And we're back here live at Esau Latham Stadium for this Division 7 5A matchup between the Kenwood Knights and the Northwest Vikings. It is homecoming tonight for the Northwest Vikings, but the Kenwood Knights are putting up a heck of a game, aren't they, Jeff?
They are, and I just got the stat on Dante Mayberry. He has 249 yards for tonight alone, and along with that, 3 TDs. This kid is on fire tonight, and I tell you what, I don't think we're going to see him stop here anytime soon.
Absolutely mind-blowing here. 240 yards on the ground. I mean, that anybody can ask for that. It's almost Kareem Hunt-esque in his first week in the NFL. So Mayberry, if he wasn't on college scouts list before, he is tonight.
I agree with that 100%.
So Northwest Vikings will take over the ball here. They'll start their drive at about the 30-yard line.
So now the question that you asked me is now the same question for Northwest. Do you continue to run the clock out and just try to be the last person to score and you go for 2?
If I was Northwest, with how my defense is played and how Kenwood's defense has kind of stifled our offense, I think you almost got to score quick. You got to try to push the ball downfield, because if you try to wait too long, you might not even get into scoring range. So I think you're going to have to try to score quick here if you were the Vikings. We got Silverstrom in the gun, fakes a jet sweep, quarterback dive, but he is swallowed up by the Kenwood defense. Their defensive line for Kenwood has been a monster tonight, getting to Silverstrom at least 3 times in the backfield, not counting how many tackles, for no gain they've given as well. We've got about 6 minutes here left in the fourth quarter as time ticks down on this beautiful September night. Great night under the lights for some football. And 2 good teams duking it out to the end here for homecoming week. Hunter Silverstrom in the shotgun. Has a receiver open, but it's tipped! Almost picked off by Christian Taylor, but unable to corral it. It was initially tipped.
I tell you what, that would have changed the whole entire game if he had come up with that interception.
That could have been the play of that ended the game right there.
Absolutely.
Good job by Acquaintus Saunders and Christian Taylor, the DB tandem over there. One tipped it, the other one almost caught it. Unable to corral it, but this defense is hungry for a turnover.
They want it. They want this win. They want to come into their stadium on homecoming night and disrupt their flow.
Exactly. Hunter Silverstrom in the shotgun. Luna to his right. Ooh, miscommunication there with his wide receiver to the left side. I think he thought he was running a hitch or a comeback, and the receiver, unfortunately, was running a go route, so slight miscommunication. That'll bring up 4th down, though. This is a crucial 4th down for the Northwest Vikings. They are down 1 score. There's 5 minutes and 35 seconds left.
Here it is. This is Dub right here. Hey, Dub, we going pro.
Like I said, you could cut the tension with a knife in this game. Absolutely. It has been back and forth all game. Kenwood looking like they're playing a man defense.
Low snap.
Silverstrom gathers the snap, takes off and tries to run, is hit, and he's sacked.
Stay pro.
Well, he'll gain a yard or two, but it's down on 4th down, and the Kenwood Knights will take over with absolutely excellent field position, Jeff.
That, I think, right there may or may not have determined the game. I think that if Kenwood could come out here and run the clock a little bit and maybe score, you know, that's kind of up in the air. They go out there, run the clock down, score another touchdown. I think that's going to be what saves the game.
Yeah, with the clock winding down, if Kenwood can find a way to hit the end zone again or rely on the back of Mayberry like they have been all week or all game, I think that could be the end of the game. They got Kai Braxton right now in the backfield as they hand off to him, the speedster, able to shake a tackler and gain about 7 yards on the play, so good job. Braxton came in here in the second half and has done a good job of being Mayberry's backup.
6 for the line, 25.
It'll be 2nd down and 4 for Kenwood as they're driving inside Viking territory.
After that run, I feel like they're looking to score now.
Yeah, Monte Moss is talking to his backfield. They're hungry for a score, trying to put these Vikings away in the closing minutes. Hand off to Braxton in the backfield, and he breaks a tackle, but is then swallowed up, but not before he gets a 1st down. So that'll bring up a new set of downs for the Kenwood Knights as they move this ball methodically down the field.
You know, they're doing a great job. They're not giving any chances for the clock to stop. They're going to force Northwest to call their timeouts, use them all up, and they're going to force this clock down, and then I think what they're trying to do is they're going to try to sneak a touchdown in there, put this thing away.
Yeah, and that's what I like about this Kenwood running offense. They're doing a great job getting a great push up front as Moss hands it off here. Oh, as he keeps it, correction, and scrambles his way for a 1st down. Did such a good job of faking to the running back, he faked me out.
They got me earlier, so.
Well, I guess we're both 1 for 1 today.
All right.
But no, Moss, Amonte Moss on the carry, the quarterback keeper. As that'll bring up, 2nd down. 2nd down and about 3. As the clock ticks down just under 4 minutes here in the 4th quarter. Hand off to Braxton in the backfield. He's swallowed up for about a gain of 1.
Send Zay in for Moody.
Short gain on the carry.
Play 25.
3rd down.
Play 25 with a 6.
Still moving that clock by Kenwood, trying to make Northwest use those timeouts if they even have any left.
Strap it up. We need you here.
They've already used 2. I'm not sure if they used that 3rd one yet. With the crowd is a pounding here for Northwest. Trying to cheer their kids on. This will be a big stop. It's 3rd down and short.
6.
Timeout.
As the officials call a timeout here on the field. Trying to get a measurement here as the officials converse and figure out just where that ball's at. Either way, they're about 6 yards outside that end zone, and they are hungry. Oh, they'll definitely be short here, probably by about a yard.
So, Vikings fans, it's 3rd down.
Vikings fans here getting loud as they know that their team's backs are against the ropes, but they are not out of it. There's 3 minutes and 10 seconds here left in the 4th quarter as time winds down. 36, Kenwood Knights, 28, your Northwest Vikings. This has been a fantastic game through and through all night, Jeff. Been a pleasure to watch both of these teams and these young athletes perform at such a high level.
Absolutely. It's always great when you have such a good community that comes out and supports these young athletes.
Very well put. As they try to quarterback sneak it here, but I'm not sure that they got it. Northwest did a good job of clogging the middle right there, and it looks like they did not get a first down. The Kenwood player was
took a little bit to get up, but I think he's okay.
He's good to go. Like I said, safety is the biggest thing for these players, win or lose.
Absolutely.
We need these guys to be safe and have successful careers. So I'm glad that the athletic training teams and coaches have done a good job attending to both of their players so far. Haven't had very many injuries, so that's good.
Yes, very good.
Also seen a cut down on penalties as the game winds down.
Which has been good for both teams.
Yes, good for both teams, as those penalties hurt both teams early in the game and swung the momentum. We'll have first down here and goal. As Kenwood hands off to Mayberry. It'll be a short gain, if at all. It'll bring up second down. Kai Braxton brought into the game. He's hungry for a score. He's been sitting watching Dante Mayberry all game, and he's like, hey man, when are you gonna let me get a touchdown? So hopefully we'll see if they give it to him here.
Oh no, they got 2 over here. You can't do that.
Moss.
Oh.
With the quarterback keeper, and he is absolutely free and waltzes in for the touchdown. Kenwood, somehow I knew they were going to call that.
You know, we saw it earlier that Northwest even pulled this almost. You know, you had Hunter Silverstein, he kept the ball and he ran to the right, or he ran to the left. Same thing happened here. It's just Monte Moss just came up, faked the handoff, tucked it, and rolled with it. And they've used Mayberry so many times during this game that they all went that way.
Fantastic decoy using Mayberry and allowed Moss to scramble out untouched as they go for a 2-point conversion here. And he gets in with a final effort. He was initially hit and stumbled, but reached that ball over the goal line. And this really, 44-28. Your score here is the Kenwood Knights 44, your Northwest Vikings 28. We'll be right back here on Austin Peay TV.
NCAA Division I FCS football is a game of perseverance, integrity, passion, character, and sportsmanship. As he works to honor the game, every FCS student-athlete grows in his responsibilities as a student and as a member of his campus and community. Dedicated to personal growth and success in the classroom, the NCAA Division I FCS, every down, every day.
Well, we're back here at Northwest High School, Esau Lathan Stadium. I'm here with my cohort, Jeffrey Matthews, and I'm Blake Schneiders, bringing you live cover broadcast of your Kenwood Knights and your Northwest Vikings. The Kenwood Knights have come back from almost nothing to be ahead by 2 scores in this game, and looks as if things go right that they should finish out as they kick off to the Northwest Vikings right here. It actually goes out of bounds, so that will be a flag. But yeah, Kenwood down super early, 6 to 21. Brought it all the way back to 44. Now they're up by 2 scores. I mean, the momentum swing was huge.
They've only allowed 1 touchdown in the second half, and I think that is amazing. They've held their defense came back onto the field, and they stopped them on their run, and they stopped them on their pass. You can't ask for a better offense than that. And I think Northwest really struggled hard to adjust to what they were running offensively and also what they were running defensively. So I think both teams, Northwest struggled a lot during the second half.
Yeah, Northwest had a lot of momentum coming into that, coming into the first half of this ball game. Looked like they were able to pass the ball very well, spread it around to the receivers. We talked about halftime adjustments and how important adjustments are in the game. Well, clearly Kenwood knows how to make some adjustments, and Northwest haven't had some problems with the adjustments that Kenwood was making. They did a good job both on the offensive side and the defensive side of the ball. So Kenwood about to kick off to Northwest here. Northwest down 2 scores, 44-28. There is 1:50 left, so they will be looking. Oh my goodness! Kenwood kicks off the ball and squib kicks it to Northwest's front line, and Northwest's front line fumbles, which gives the ball right back to Kenwood, and that is a huge heartthrob for Northwest as they were hoping to get the ball back.
Play number 7 is a 10.
Very shocking. I wasn't expecting that at all. I mostly expected them to kick the ball a little bit farther down the field, but still trying to get the ball on the ground, trying to get that clock rolling.
Being up 2 scores, you don't usually see the squib kick, but the Kenwood coaches must know something we don't there, Jeff.
Apparently.
No, we cool. Just
as it worked out in their favor.
It did.
Just let Bell be a tight end. Get that tight end.
So Kenwood now up 2 scores and with the ball on the 50-yard line.
Yeah, we good. Next time, though, because
Monte Moss.
Tell them receivers to widen out.
Oh, correction. That'll be Marcus Breedlove. Takes the snap, heads out to the right side. Stop for no gain, though. Breedlove coming in as quarterback here in the second half as the game winds down. Get some snaps in there at quarterback.
No gain on the play, second down.
Hey, give me Deuce Wright, 19. Yep.
It's our broadcast for next week.
No, we got 2 tight ends.
So Kenwood will have the ball here again. Second down and 10.
Hey.
Clock is winding down. 1:15.
Yeah, Zale reads this guy.
Yeah, we good.
Folks, you can catch APSU-TV hosting the next game, which will be West Creek versus Kenwood on September the 29th. That'll be a really good game after we just saw the performance here from Kenwood tonight. As the clock winds down under 1 minute, it doesn't look as if the Northwest Vikings will get the ball back. But yes, Kenwood will be an exciting game to watch next week. Seeing their running performance so far, West Creek has been a surprise this year. Usually, they're about a 500 to below team, but they've kind of come out and surprised everybody in Tennessee this year. So I think this will be a very good game, especially with the momentum from West Creek and the momentum from Kenwood.
Absolutely. I'm just super excited to see Mayberry next week and see what he's doing.
Mayberry coming off a strong performance tonight, which should carry a lot of momentum in here as Breedlove gets the ball as quarterback and is actually tackled and wrapped up in the backfield. And this will bring up 4th down, a loss of about 4 or 5.
Take the delay so we can milk as much of it as never mind. They took a timeout. I'll just say.
So timeout right now, Northwest trying to stop the clock here with 38 seconds left.
Hey, we on the way down there.
Down 2 scores.
Yep, you know what to do.
They are down, but they are not out. Anything is possible.
True.
Now you can say it's over, boy. It's a result.
Stoppage play.
We'll have a quick stoppage of play here as Northwest calls timeout. Trying to.
You see Kenwood brought in their secondary quarterback, Marcus Breedlove.
First time they've used him here as the clock winds down, trying to get him maybe ready for some snaps next week.
Maybe.
But fantastic game so far from Monty Moss. Didn't have a lot of throws. The ones he did were pretty good.
It was a very entertaining game. That's for sure.
Both teams battling back and forth, penalties left and right, a few scuffles here and there, just exactly what you'd want a homecoming game to be. The underdog coming down, coming all the way back from such a significant deficit, and then beating them by 2 scores, or at least being ahead by 2 scores right now, as Kenwood punts the ball down to about the Viking 22-yard line.
Punt is down at the 20-yard line. 1st and 10, Vikings.
Coach Richards gathering his offense, and Hunter Silverstrom over there on the sideline, trying to put together maybe some trick plays we'll see here, trying to get the ball in the end zone for Northwest Vikings. Great battle by both of these teams here, especially as the clock wound down. Both teams extremely hungry for the win, battled like Titans would on a battlefield, but in the end, only one team can win, and so far, Kenwood has been the better team. As we come out of a Northwest timeout here, it'll be 1st down and 10 on the Northwest 20. As Northwest tries a little float pass out to the left to their running back, unable to haul it in.
2nd down.
Hunter Silverstrom out there has had a good game. He's struggled here in the second half, but that kid has played some good football tonight, hasn't he, Jeff?
He has definitely played some very good football today. Dante Mayberry has had 252 yards, 3 TDs. Their quarterback, Monty Moss, 79 yards, 2 TDs. And then that's not to mention number 17 of the Northwest Vikings, which...
Oh my goodness. Okay, so Silverstrom launches a pass down the field to Baker, and it was actually tipped off of a Kenwood defender and then hauled back in by Baker, and what an acrobatic catch. So he comes up with the ball at about the opposite 40-yard line. But in the wake of that, unfortunately, there was a penalty. So that play will be negated as time winds down here. About 13 seconds left with a stop clock. Very crazy play that just happened there, but unfortunately will not count for the Vikings, as they hope and wish that they can have a miraculous play here at the end. Kenwood throwing their receivers back, or throwing their defensive backs back. For those who are tuning in tonight live, be sure to tune in tomorrow to the OVC Digital Network and APSU-TV to catch Austin Peay take on Morehead State. The kickoff is at 6 p.m. I know I'll be there. I hope you guys are watching. It'll be a great game. And hopefully, Austin Peay, the NCAA record holder for the most consecutive losses, can get their first W.
I hope so. I think they've been due.
They have definitely been due. Watching them and watching that program grow has been exciting over the past 2 years, especially with the 2 previous draft classes, not draft classes, but incoming freshmen that they've got. I think that's going to be a very good season. They put up a good game against Cincinnati earlier in the beginning of the season, so watching them tomorrow will be fun. As Northwest takes the field once more with 4.6 seconds left, which what I will assume be the last play of the game. Kenwood's got their secondary deep. It'll be 3rd down and 12. Kenwood Knights up 44, the Vikings 28. And Hunter Silverstone backs up the pass, throws a pass, and it is dropped.
Incomplete pass.
Incomplete. Trying to hit Farrier on the outside, but unable to find him. And this will lead to one final play here at Northwest High School. Thank you for everybody listening live and watching live tonight. Be sure to catch our broadcast next week. Or I'm sorry, correction, in 2 weeks. It'll be the team you see here tonight, Kenwood, the Kenwood Knights versus West Creek. 2 very good teams up and coming. As Silverstrom takes off and slides to end the game.
Ladies and gentlemen, your final score, Kenwood 44.
So your final score here at Northwest High School is the Kenwood Knights 44, your Northwest Vikings 28. We'll stick around here a little bit for a post-game recap. Jeffrey, coming into tonight's game, we were expecting both teams to be very run-heavy. Kenwood, we knew was going to be a run-heavy offense. We were expecting Northwest to be a run-heavy offense. Didn't turn out that way, did it?
No, it didn't. It actually, one team, Kenwood, they came out and they ran the ball in that first half like we expected. However, Northwest came out and they were throwing the ball, like I said, all over the field. They threw it deep, they threw it short, they threw it medium, and then it was just all over the place with the throw. And then you walk into the second half and it kind of became a little bit
completely different story almost.
Kenwood stayed with their original plan and ran the ball with Dante Mayberry, and they stayed with him throughout the whole game, and they ran with him. He ranked up about 252 yards in this one game with 3 touchdowns. And then Northwest kind of, they didn't know what to do. And so
halftime adjustments, I think, played a big part of it. You see your final score here, your Kenwood Knights 44, they walk away with the win, and your Northwest Vikings 28. For all you listening at home, I'm Blake Schneiders.
And I'm Jeffrey Matthews.
And we will see you guys later. This is APSU-TV.